have a good show. Hello, party people! Welcome to Holding Action, the show where the chaos and combat is loosely controlled
by you.
By the rules of Dungeons and Dragons. We are picking up from perhaps one of our most dramatic and harrowing episodes yet, and leaving the party in a similarly crazy position. Harrowing position. I think that is also definitely worth. We gotta go with that. That's fine.
It says Hara right there. That's what's funny.
It's funny because it's her name.
It is. Okay. So before we get into all of that,
good start, guys.
I would like to,
right out the gate, nail it.
Good start. I'll turn it over to everyone's favorite bard. He's probably in your top 3. David Jones.
I mean, you probably know 3.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Like,
so you'd be in there.
Scanlon.
You're in there.
Me and
and then whoever plays in your group that also plays the bard.
Yeah. And if you have a rapping bard, like, that isn't good at rapping at all, like...
That's even better.
Make sure you give them a what's up. Because rapping seems very easy until you watch old people try to, like, imitate rapping. Yeah. And then you realize that's not for everybody.
That's also true.
So, what I thought that I would do today, because the Gaming Goat is always the grand central station of gaming hobby stores, and our favorite around the table, even for JP, who you can't see.
Definitely.
So, before we jump into what is going on, I would like to give you guys a quick quiz that you will all nail, and you can only answer once. So you're out. So it's you, and you.
No JP though?
Okay.
No JP. He's got much more better stuff to concern himself with.
Fair.
So there is 3 locations statewide for the Gaming Goat. I would like for Deej to name one of them.
Woodbury.
Bam.
Egan.
Jackie. Bam.
St. Paul on Grand Avenue.
Nailed it. So do yourself a favor. Get down there and buy your stuff. One quick question for Mike, though.
Oh!
Everyday value.
Shaq Willis.
Everyday... Nailed it. Absolutely the correct answer. Bruce Willis's cousin, Shaq Willis.
Yeah.
Short for Shaquille.
Sure.
Does she also play harmonica?
No.
30% MSRP.
That's
every
right.
day, all day.
That's right. Bam! So,
only when they're open.
What we're going to do... That's correct. You see that shit? Got him.
Trained.
So, what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to your guys' goat characters.
Okay.
Like our literal goat character? Like when we played goats?
Correct.
Okay.
So, because I don't remember what the names are, you're Chandler Goat, you're Ross Goat, or you want to be Joey Goat?
Can I be Rachel Goat?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Rachel Goat.
You are absolutely Monica Goat, and you are Phoebe Goat.
Phoebe Goat.
That also
Why am
makes
I
sense.
absolutely Monica Goat?
Yeah.
You know why you're fucking Monica Goat. Okay, so after dispatching the nasty hill giant who ate your brother Steve on the mountainside, took his ass off, you guys kind of realized that you liked the adventure and not sleeping on the mountainside cliffs so much, and you also don't want to die.
Sure.
But also your stomachs are very rumbly.
Okay.
So you guys decide to travel a couple miles, whatever, south.
Sure.
Because that's a distance.
Obviously, that's a direction.
That's what I said.
Yep.
So you guys head the distance of south for however many souths you go. So you get everybody, because I have goat stats here, everybody give me a perception check, please.
And you just want to know what our roll is? This
Yes.
looks like a
12.
dice.
Okay.
It's my
Also
quality
12.
dice.
Perception's what? Wisdom?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all have a +0, so this is fine. So what did you all roll?
2.
12.
Okay, you
17.
smell shit.
I'm going to go eat it.
No, because it's coming from Rachel's bottom. What did you roll?
Probably. 12.
Okay.
12.
17.
Okay, you guys smell what smells kind of like fruit, and you definitely smell apples.
Oh.
So you guys continue heading south until you reach a apple orchard.
Okay.
Not a pasture, it's an orchard. They have those.
Sure.
Yep.
So,
Obviously.
blooming apple trees, huge apples that are way too tall for the farmers to get, and they look very ripe and delicious.
Nailed it.
Problem
I'd like to
is,
eat an apple.
you guys are going to enter into a farm where there's 5 or 6 people kind of plucking apples off this tree.
They don't mind. Pretty sure.
I'd like to eat an apple.
I would like for you to give me a history roll, Rachel.
Rachel Goat.
History is what? Is that also?
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Intelligence is -4.
That's a 15.
Oh, shit!
Whoa!
All right. You know that humans, while they could be okay with goats, might also not be okay with
I'm going to risk it for the biscuit alongside Chandler.
Okay.
Risk it for the apple.
Okay. So you've got one large, huge trunk tree,
Risk it for the basket.
large, juicy apples, or you've got a few other like minor trees with a bunch of like turd apples on the ground.
Yep.
Like there's still
Yep.
a few.
Super shiny apple.
And you know with your history roll that with your horns, you could ram a tree and knock down apples pretty easily. Or you also know that you could fucking shinobi your ass up the trees and you could get that big apple.
I'm going to shinobi.
All right. I would like for you to, well, are you going to go in stealthily?
Nope.
You're just going right in there.
Going right for it. I'm trusting
Okay.
these humans.
Make an athletics roll first because there is a small stone wall for you to jump over.
What is my modifier for a goat?
What is
Strength.
athletics is strength +1.
That's an 18.
Whoa. You don't even give a shit about no stone fence. You are over it and your legs are behind like someone holding like a creature.
Flying goat. Yeah.
Yeah. Just nailed
I'm on
it.
board.
The rest of you guys doing anything after you see
I think
Rachel
that was
just
so graceful. Maybe
bound?
follows.
All right.
Obviously.
Athletics roll.
Definitely.
Anybody else that would like to jump
Is it
over the
+1?
fence?
I would like to make an
18.
intelligence roll.
For what? You're dumb as fuck.
If I'm Monica Goat, are there any apples on the ground that need to be cleaned up?
Yeah, there's a ton of just trash apples.
Monica would go get those.
Are you gonna eat? You're gonna eat those ones?
Yeah.
All right. Are you gonna stealth, or are you gonna just brazenly go over there like?
Monica's loud. I don't think she'd stealth.
All right. So you don't stealth. You also don't jump over because there's an opening in
Nobody's
in the
stealthing.
stone wall. So you just.
It's dirty. There's apples everywhere. I gotta clean.
All right. Give me a. You're fine. You go eat some trash apples.
Mine was an 18, so I...
Yeah. So you're like. Rachel Goat jumps over.
I could do that.
Gracefully.
Phoebe Goat jumps over with her limbs getting all loose. And you guys land,
With a
you're
little,
both
like,
heading
flare
towards the
kick at
trees.
end.
Is that where we have to go up the tree to get the apple, correct?
Yeah.
That's where I'm headed.
All right. Are you going to assist? Are you going to give him a plant to jump on? Or are you
Yep.
both trying to leap
I'll
straight in the
assist.
air, LeBron Goat style?
I want to free throw line MJ that.
MJ the apple?
Yeah.
All right.
So you don't want assist?
I want a harf. I took off running, so I
Yeah,
think
he's got a couple steps on you. Go ahead and give me a athletics roll with advantage for doing perfect goat stuff.
Natural 20!
Whoa.
I hope you're getting all your good rolls
Yeah,
out
I think
now.
this was like Jones's idea.
Yeah.
Let's go. So, you like
It was all a trap.
yeah.
was.
So what you're doing is you fly over, and just as a farmer's reaching down to put an apple in, you use his back to propel yourself up, snatching the perfect apple in your mouth,
Hit him with
and
the
then
cable
also
guy.
on your way down, use the tips of your horns to pierce 2 more apples,
Let's go.
and you land.
How do I grab them though? Because I can't.
I do.
They're for Phoebe and
Yeah,
Chandler.
y'all don't have to jump. I got you.
Yeah, athletics. Did you already get roll athletics? Or to?
Well, with...
Are you gonna headbutt the tree to drop apples?
No,
Are you-
Rachel jumped down with horns, apples on her horns, right?
No, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're Rachel.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just going to eat the apple off the horn.
All right, sleight of hand as a goat.
Sleight of horn. Sleight of mouth.
15 plus whatever.
That's a dex. You're the +0.
15.
Yeah, you get
I feel like
an
goats
apple
should
before.
be pretty dexterous.
Perception check.
I don't notice.
Yeah. So you've got a nice apple. You've got some like trash apples that might give you the squirts later as a goat. What-
I don't know. Goats literally eat trash. I think that I'll be fine.
Yeah, I know, but they still have to shit.
With my low intelligence roll, I saw trash on the ground and I'm going to lay down and eat it.
All right, so you just kind of flayed out to what you think is cardboard, even though cardboard is not created yet. All right, so go to the gaming goat.
That
Great job. You guys did some cool ass
seems
stuff.
like it was meant to go a different direction.
No, that was no. I mean, that was up to you guys.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much, David Jones, for
That was up to
the
you
wonderful goat adventure.
I didn't know what
we
kind
did
of,
it.
what you would
we
like.
had an adventure.
Yeah,
Uh,
you guys all got apples, and you got like some grass and
Many miles south.
Yeah, that seems like a thing.
Many south.
yeah, many souths.
I'm on board with it. So, okay. Thanks for sticking around through that.
Yeah, great job. You know what? Write a goat one shot.
Yeah, do a goat one. That's got to be one of our next things. It's not important. Don't worry. Also, real quick, we have updated chat rules, XP rewards, sub emotes and badges, VIP rewards. We have an absolute cacophony, a cornucopia, a veritable smorgasbord of cool stuff coming your way, cool stuff that's being implemented, cool stuff that is like 3/4 of the way implemented. We are working on
Like
it.
cool stuff, turtle heading.
Yes, exactly. We are turtle heading a great deal of cool stuff, but be
just
warned,
Worry dogging.
you are now
Yeah.
able to
Yeah, just not far enough to booty scoot.
use your XP, or you earn XP through watching, donating, subscribing, cheering on the party, or cheering on your favorite DM, should you be inclined.
Do you get XP for winning battles in chat?
You do, actually. Chat mini games. JP, hit him with one of the chat mini games. I don't know which one. Just do it.
Is there a way to give people XP if they send us their Gaming Goat receipts?
There is, actually. So
I love that.
we'll be working on that. But anyways, do be aware. That is stuff that we're throwing your way, and then you can use that reward or XP to give the party boons, or give your DM a boon if you like seeing the bad guys win, or giving yourself a blessing that includes cool extra badges, emotes, and things of that nature. So continue to watch the stream, continue to like, subscribe, cheer on the party, or wish for their downfall. I'm cool with either one. But we appreciate all of the awesome support we have gotten thus far. You guys have been incredible. It has been really great to get a lot of the feedback we have, so thank you so much for that. We are about to get going, but before we do, I want to turn it over real quick to Kira, who has a very special announcement for the community/viewer base that we have been cultivating as a sort of sequitur
It
to
is sort of a sequitur.
our typical D&D play.
It's not normal at all what I'm about to do. Speaking of supporters, that was the sequitur.
Yes.
Speaking of supporters, Doug, one of our biggest supporters since day one, had to put his cat down today. Thing one.
Shit.
Yep.
So I just wanted to say, I'm sorry, and I hope you're doing better, Doug. And
Love and hugs and kisses. from
love,
Holding
hugs, and
Action.
kisses, and we're sorry. So
Yeah.
hope thing 2 does okay without thing 1.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Doug.
So,
Fucking bummer, dude.
and
You know what?
yeah, we want our community to be able to reach out to us, and we want to be there to support you guys just the way that you've been supporting us. So
18 hugs.
18 hugs, or one hug of 18 quality.
That's right.
That's a charisma check, which makes
That'd
it
be
like
an
a
8 quality.
23 for you or something, doesn't
Yeah.
it? You got a 23 hug, Doug.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Is that right?
with that being said, let us catch up on last session of Holding Action. After a harrowing battle with Rectus, a throwdown that saw the group ultimately awash in a sea of overwhelming power.
Almost defeating him.
Did
Him
we?
running away.
The group, it turns out, had bitten off a little more than they could chew and found themselves in the losing end of a battle. In a striding effort to prove his power and dominance, Rectus attempted to leave the area, willfully so, with the unconscious bodies of 3 of the party. Due to the only lucky rolls of the night, it would seem,
Yeah.
2 of those 3 members resisted the effect, which left Skadi kidnapped, absconded to the hells by herself. There, she was brought to Hara's brother and head motivator of the chain, an interrogation specialist of demonic origins Livis. There is a now on-demand streamable session that took place between just me and Skadi, going over that. Trigger warning. It is a demonic torturer and someone who is not really able to defend themselves. It was difficult for all of us to get through, but that is streamable should you like to catch up on that. Fortunately, though, Skadi was eventually able to free herself, and the party scrambled towards trying to enter the Hells to not only chase her down, but to aid in whatever rescue attempt was taking place. During their journey forth, they discovered that Skadi had in fact freed herself, but her pet companion, Is, had been taken from her along with all of her magical items. Well, all of her items.
Everything. I was
Yes.
naked.
Marching through the Hells on tippy toes, trying to sneak to collect her pet companion, the group continued to march, and in a back and forth race against time, the party and Skadi eventually met up in the trap that Livis had set specifically for Skadi to finish Is right in front of her. Through extremely lucky rolls, almost completely sticking to a plan, and what had to be one of the coolest finishes of a bad guy that technically speaking did not involve direct initiative combat, the group was able to rescue Is. The group was able to essentially vanquish Livis, and you now find yourselves in a tunnel that is still extremely darkly lit. The sound of smoldering fire still crackles in the air around you, with whispers bouncing off the walls in every direction, and a crumbled, petrified form of Livis standing in the middle of the hallway. Beyond Livis, you see a large set of spiked iron bars that appear to have come directly out of the ceiling, piercing the stony floor below. And across from that, you see a molten rock form covered in solidified aggregate armor with seams and cracks of molten lava seemingly coming from underneath. Standing directly in front of and very much near the releasing point for Skadi's companion Is, who is now doing his very best to limp forward slowly as this molten form tries to stand near it in tender fashion. So, you tell me, what happens next?
Bring my finger up in an abyssal, say, "Get the fuck away from him, you demon!"
I know Abyssal, so I'm
We all
gonna
do.
pull out my bow.
I'm going to,
Still out.
Skadi does not.
and I'm gonna use my helmet
Mm-hmm.
of words.
Comprehend languages.
Yeah.
Of things, stuff.
Should have put that on.
Like
before
trying to
the
remember
show.
if she actually
Yeah.
had a helmet of words.
Comprehend languages. Is, what's going on? Who's that person?
His mom. Can you see? Can you see?
I mean, like, I can see a molten person, but that doesn't look like your mom.
And at this point in time, you see Skadi's molten form. The rocks almost begin to crumble and fall off, sort of like burnt, crusted armor, hitting the ground and dissipating in plumes of ash as they continue to fall off to reveal this molten form. And with each new expulsion of a rocky exterior piece, you see flame erupt from her physical form, which almost seems ethereal and immaterial in its nature. Just 10 or so seconds pass until you see this human torch-like figure in Skadi's overall form and shape standing up and kind of turning to look at all of you before you see the flames now dim and settle on her form. And as the flames wash back over her face, you see her once blue, pristine ocean-like skin is replaced with a dull pink, dark red hue. Her hair washes back now to be a perfectly yellow flame blonde that dissipates towards red tips until they reach black at the end, like the dancing of a campfire. The fire continues to fall away until Skadi, in all of her most natural essence, is revealed to you, seemingly transformed.
I'm gonna turn to Is and talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, Mama's here. And I'm gonna also cast Healing Word at 4th level on him.
Okay.
Specifically touching his broken leg with one hand and his missing leg with the other.
Okay. You can roll for health, and he's currently at 5 HP, so you can add that because you're tracking Issa's sheet, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Does it look like the spikes have any sort of mechanism?
It seems as if something triggers them and they come out of the ceiling, but you don't necessarily know what their protrusion indicates as far as a mechanical standpoint.
For what we can see, what's access to where we're at right now? Is it just the doorway we came through, or is there more?
Well, you entered in through a T hallway with the fight taking place in the left. To the right, it appears as if there is another much shorter hallway that leads to a larger, somewhat cavernous room that gives off a bit of a red hue you can kind of see.
So there's just 2 entries into this.
Correct.
And then going back the way we came.
And then going back the way you came, correct.
I would like to. I'd like to just sneak up to that other entryway and just peek around the corner.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. And a perception check. We'll get those sequential.
Can we say I cast Pass Without a Trace?
Sure. Are you trying to lump everyone together? Currently, you and Sproigins are near each other, and Hara and Skadi would be at the opposite end of the hallway.
No, I'm just, I mean, I guess I want to make sure that we're not drawing more attention, so
Okay.
if possible.
So everyone who wants to then lump up with Walker can have Pass Without a Trace as well. Go ahead and roll your stealth check.
No, I guess we don't have that.
This would be a stray roll still, though.
We don't have to wait.
I'm at disadvantage
Well, we're
due
not
to my
stealthing
armor.
yet.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
He's still thinks he's
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just kind of standing at the end.
So that's plus. So 22.
Okay.
How far away am I from
The rest of it, you're like 60, 70 feet.
Shit. Alright.
Because you had used Bigby's hand for the entirety of
Yeah.
that sequence.
So I wouldn't have. So I didn't hear shit. I don't know what the fuck. Hara, what the fuck?
It's Skidi.
Bullshit. That's a demon.
That is a. I don't understand her coloring, but that's Skidi. That's what Is says. Is that's Mom.
Okay.
And it looks like Skidi. She's just like pink and yellow.
Fire demon.
No, fire Skidi. I don't know. Why am I yelling? Come over here.
I'm gonna have just been focused on Is this whole time.
Okay.
I would like to look for any traps or anything that could help me figure out how to break through these spikes.
Okay.
Or if there's any like lever or something.
Well, make an investigation check.
And I want to make sure that I'm like keeping an eye on like never stepping on Livus. Keeping my distance.
Okay. Noted.
I'll make my way down there.
Okay.
I almost said it. 18.
Perception?
It does not seem as if there is any immediate traps or anything sort of surrounding this area. And you don't notice any specific mechanism that seems to be active for these spikes that are creating this bar division between you.
How thick are they?
They're probably maybe a few inches across.
Should we break through them?
How thick are they? Like,
Yeah, I mean they're
how many
thick.
C's?
They're like 3 C's thick.
Shit.
Thick with 3 C's.
I mean, I can disintegrate it.
Is that loud?
No.
Isn't that a lot of magic?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to.
There's no fucking way I'm getting I mean, I might be gross skinny enough to slip in there, but
That's not true.
I mean,
Go ahead.
There's probably a gap of 4 to 5 inches between each one.
But this won't be able to make it.
Nope.
yeah. Well,
And is it like, here's the cage that he was in, and then they're like pushed up against it? Like, how is this blocked up?
This is almost in kind of a separate room. The cage to his door is much more narrow, but they are now in the same room as he pushed and escaped out of that cage, and him and Skadi are now in the same location.
But it's like
Oh,
a
so it
room
was just
separated
a
from the
wall.
hallway.
No, it's still a hallway. It's just divided by this spiked bar
So they
wall.
could go that way, and we could go this way, but they're not trapped.
There's nothing to go that way.
it's just pushing into the small ass room that Is was in.
Oh.
So it's bars and then them. The way that last session I thought there was bars, Is's room.
Yeah, that was. And that still is the case, but now the bars have been pried away
Yeah.
to where Is was being kept. So they're in this sort of end of the hallway.
Does it look like the bars that came down are connected to something, or is it just like a line of them and then another line behind?
Difficult to say. It seems as if you weren't there for their triggering, but there's holes specifically designed for them to protrude out of in the ceiling, and it seems like their weight dug them into the rock a little bit as far as their overall heft, but there doesn't appear to be any active mechanisms applying any force to these.
I'll reach in and hand Skadi the cloak of protection.
Nice. I'm not
He doesn't
naked
have
anymore.
any clothes.
Super naked. What do you guys want to do?
So I'm gonna just real quick with this. You okay? Are you okay right now? I'm here.
They hurt me real bad.
I know they did. We'll talk in just a minute, okay? I just want to make sure that you know Mama's here.
I can't really walk fast.
I know you can't, and we're gonna get you fixed up so you can walk fast again, okay?
I'm still strong, but I can't
You are so strong.
walk fast.
I know. We gotta get out of here though, okay? We're gonna try and go home.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Can you
gonna.
tell Blue Elf get us out?
Yeah. Sproigins.
Come on.
Do you want to try and maybe heat the metal of the bars and maybe they'll pry easier?
I mean, this whole place is fucking heated. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. All right, fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. I'll use heat metal on. I'll just do it on one single bar. Because
Okay.
if it feels like the width. Is's width, does it look like I would have to do multiple to? Okay.
For sure. This is probably a couple to
he's
several feet wide.
He's also how
He's
many
very
how
thick.
many thick?
He's 4 C's thick.
Oh shit! So I need to do like 3 bars. All right, I'll do heat metal on 3 bars.
Okay. So as you cast your spell, you see the metal kind of begin to glow with that bright red that begins to turn orange before it turns to a glowing white. Seems to be actively affecting the metal itself.
I'm gonna.
Make a strength check.
Is you want to help Mom?
Ah,
That's okay. You don't
I
have.
could try.
I'll help.
I'm back to my strength,
I will
right?
say Is's effort gives you advantage.
Whoa, nice.
Good, because that was crap.
Is's strength is +3, right?
2.
+2. Okay, well he rolled a 20, so I'll give you advantage for that.
Okay. Well, that didn't help really. It's still a 9.
9. So as you begin to pull, like clearly this is very thick, very dense metal. The amount of time or effort required to heat this to the point of malleability is probably pretty considerable. Though they do give and kind of shake a little bit, you're not able to really pry and bend them.
By bending them, would they, like, they need to go away for Is to get through?
I can't. I don't have enough magic to disintegrate 3 of these bars.
I didn't know you had to. I thought it was like a circular.
Make an intelligence check.
Me?
Yeah.
Is there anything around the corner?
What'd you roll for your perception?
I didn't roll it because you didn't say anything yet.
I said to roll them in sequence.
25.
25. So as you kind of peer into the room, just beyond the opposite of the T intersection, you see that this room is large and open. The floor itself here, instead of a stone kind of magma dried mixture, is like this cracked earth type of feel. And there are a number of sconces and altars that litter the perimeter of the wall, a number of them bearing torches that burn with this purplish orange glowing light. They look like rudimentary torches, sort of, just normal wooden wrapped in cloth torches that have this purple reddish glow to them. There's a number of statues that seem to represent anything that might almost pass for a deity of sorts, scattered. None of them look overly familiar to you. And then as you look in and peer directly to your left, there's also a doorway that appears to open up into a larger area as well.
I'd like to set my mental alarm on this doorway, this entryway,
Sure.
and go back to the group.
What was your intelligence check?
12.
12. So as you're sitting there and wrestling and jostling with this piece of metal, and Sproigins is focusing his heat metal on these forms, that vibration, their amount of give, it seems as if maybe they're not fixed in place. It was gravity that dropped them to the ground. They were released from a mechanism designed to trigger all at once.
Okay. So do I get the feeling like I can try and push them over if they're not attached to anything at the top?
No, they're attached at the top, but they don't have any active downward force, it seems like, being applied.
You just lift them up, maybe?
Yeah. Just try to
Are you
lift.
gonna tell us that?
Yes. Let's just try and lift it.
Okay. And I will cast Migrin.
Okay.
And I will try to lift up one.
Okay. Make a strength check. And you make a strength check as well.
I will observe for the moment.
Okay.
What's going on?
16.
They're just
16.
we were trying to
So as you bend down,
bend bars. Now we're trying to lift them.
you hear the scraping of stone and metal as you're
I'm
able
watching.
to sort of pick up one of the pired spikes and lift it. It's heavy. It's girthy metal, but it appears as if it's not the densest metal you've experienced. This is not made of star metal or anything to that effect. These are just kind of heavy iron bars.
I'll lift one.
Okay.
Does it stay? Does it feel like it's gonna fall when you hold it up?
It does begin to come back down once you start to reduce your
It
force.
won't hold. So I will rest one on one shoulder
Okay.
and squat down and try to pull up another one.
Okay.
Sproigins, can't you and then
Make a strength check at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Since I have
using
advantage
two
being
more.
Migrin, straight roll.
Straight roll. You also
more
take 4
uses.
points of piercing damage as the
Okay.
bottom of these are spiked and it digs into your shoulder as you brace it on yourself.
When she lifts the one up, does it do anything to the other ones? They look like they're all individual.
Yeah.
Oh.
It almost
4
seems
points?
as if they were part of a tray and were just
Okay.
let go all at once now.
4 points.
4 points.
All right, and I got 17.
Mm-hmm.
So I've lifted up 2.
So you now have 2, and there's probably a good foot gap between the two that Skadi could certainly easily move through.
Is Big B still up?
Oh no. Big B's only a minute.
I gotta try and get the third one if this is gonna get through.
Well, I can make one go away. I can disintegrate one, and we can.
Disintegrate seems excessive.
Am I able to balance the other one and still reach a third?
I will
You can try.
supervise and guidance.
I would like to try to pick up all 3.
You're doing a great job, Hara.
But so here's the thing: is if you pick up all 3, is it's going to be able to go under you, or are you just going to be
I'm very
holding up?
large now.
Right. How tall is the ceiling?
Probably about 12 feet.
I can also fly.
I know.
Make a strength check at triple disadvantage.
So just
So just standard disadvantage.
Plus a d4.
Let's go. Both of them are 19.
All right. So as you rest the other pyre directly on your shoulder, it digs in deep and doing a full sort of squat motion with perfect form, bend down, grab the bottom spiked portion of 2 more stand up as much as you can focus, and you've now lifted, gripping 2 other pyres and are kind of holding it uncomfortably. You're going to take 9 points of damage, piercing damage, as these pyres begin to weigh on you both mentally and physically at this point.
I need you guys to get through, please.
This is kind of pulling himself forward, and his gait's sort of jagged and off, but he sort of sneaks by Hara as best he can while she's sort of standing in the way. And
I try to like lift a leg so it's like.
yeah, and eventually Is makes his way out. Skadi, you can come out as well if you'd like.
Yep, I follow behind him.
Okay, so you find yourself out of this confined area at the end of the hallway. Presumably you drop the 2 that you were holding and then work to dig the spikes out of your shoulders with.
And I passed the concentrations for all of that damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
I remembered.
And you eventually drop the iron bars that spike back into the ground with a huge thud. And it seems as if that portion of the hallway remains cordoned off under these metal spikes.
I want to touch Skadi on the shoulder and give you 10 HP.
Oh, thank you.
Can I
Is
set...
Livis's head anywhere? Statue head?
Almost the entirety of his upper body is broken into shattered pieces. Hera sort of dug the pommel of her sword in and flew through him in this explosive cone of
Michael bait his ass.
Yeah, of shards. There is a large portion of what would probably qualify as the stomach down that appears bent over, bits and pieces nicked off, and some cracked fissures running through the framework of it, still made of stone, largely in one piece.
Is there like an equilibrium slice of head?
Make an investigation check.
I like the reference.
Yeah.
I mean, Deej would know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Me too.
It's not a Disney movie. I wouldn't know if you would know that.
Equilibrium is legit.
18.
18. So you kind of sort through and look around. There's even a decent portion of him that is now in the cage as he's sort of just scattered directly forward. But in kind of this Phantom of the Opera sized chunk that has like almost a grip's worth of interior on the back of it, there's this small sort of planetoid kind of cutout that includes his eye and lower portion of his cheek.
All right, I'm going to take that.
Okay.
What are you doing? Did I see this, first off?
Well, you're right there, and
Trophy.
No.
What? Why?
Leave it.
Why?
Do not bring Livis with us, please. Please?
Smash it.
Throw it on the ground.
then you see another burst of livestone. Livestone.
Can I try to set Is's leg?
Sure, make a medicine check.
What did you see when you went down there? That's always the should I use luck face.
Cocked.
So third luck then.
That is good. Unnatural 20.
Okay. So you take a few moments, and Is, sort of in his traumatized state and his extremely injured form, still appears to have a bit of a gaped wound where a leg seems to have been removed that wasn't treated as much as it seems like it was burned closed.
Yep.
And sort of moving towards his now shattered and sort of destroyed lower leg, you quickly fashion a bandage that can try and support the...
I've got torches and stuff still, so...
Okay. So breaking up some of the materials, we'll say that you discard 2 torches, unwrap those, sort of cut down the wood to make it more stable, and eventually wrap up that one leg. So it at least doesn't have any of the looseness. It has substantially more support.
And the whole time I want to be telling him what a brave boy he's been and how good he is, and I want to give him 10 HP as well.
Okay.
And then I'd like to just stand and walk over and just a little bit aside of everybody and just look at Livis.
Okay.
I told you we'd come for you.
Thank you.
I imagine you're not quite okay, but I don't think we're quite done here yet.
I mean, no, but I'll be okay.
Do you know where your stuff is?
I know, like, what direction they took it from the room I was in, but I just did a mad dash to Is. So, we should be able to find it, though. I have faith.
Okay. Yeah. There's I don't know, some sort of like altar room around the corner here.
Who do demons?
It said some
I was
shrine.
gonna ask who demons pray to. We already know.
It had some shrine type things, and then there's a couple other doors. I have it wired up right now, so if anyone comes close, I'll be alerted. But I don't know if we should move quickly or hunker down here.
Can I have a moment with Is before we go anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay. So the group steps away. Hara seems preoccupied, staring at Livis's broken form on the ground. You find yourself with Is in this hallway. Ultimately, him kind of maybe coming back into himself a little bit, freshly bandaged and supported.
It's still up, right? I can still talk to him?
Yeah, this has all been pretty quick. We'll say you still have the tail end of it available.
All right. Hey, bud. How are you feeling?
Not good.
I know.
Mm-mm.
Are you gonna be okay, though?
It's a good boy.
This is a very good boy. I came for you.
It's strong.
This is strong, but I also...
Mama also strong.
Mama is strong. And I want you to know Mama will always come for you, okay?
Yeah, okay.
If we're ever separated, I will always come for you.
I know.
Okay.
I knew you would come to get me because I was hurt. And I'm a strong good boy, but I could not be strong enough, so I knew that you would come and help me.
Right, because the two of us together are too strong.
Stronger than the blue elf.
We are stronger than the blue elf.
Definitely. Definitely.
I want to talk to you about something real quick, okay?
Yeah.
You're not in trouble, don't. I want you to know that I'm really sorry that this happened to you.
It's okay.
Okay?
I had a lot of legs, so...
You did. You still do have a lot of legs. You still have 7.
Yeah, that's still very much more than the Sproigin.
It's true.
He only has 3.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So the reason that this happened to you is because there are bad people in the world. Okay?
Yeah, some people, I'm a good boy. Some people are very a bad boy.
They are. And you are a good boy. And sometimes bad people want to do bad things to good people.
They are bad. There's a bad boy.
That guy was a bad boy. But we have to keep being good. Okay? We don't want to be bad like the bad guy was. So part of a consequence of being good is sometimes having bad things happen to you.
I just hope if they do again that they take one from this side so I don't have to...
I hope it just doesn't happen again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the best.
That would be the best. But I just want you to remember, we're not going to do anything mean. We're going to stay nice people so that we can stop bad people from doing bad. And that's the fight that we're fighting right now, okay?
With the good guys.
We're the good guys. And we're going to make the bad guys go away.
Yeah. With the good guys.
We're the good guys.
It's a strong boy.
Very strong.
A hero good guy.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay?
Just understand.
Okay. So we have to go find Mama's stuff because they took my necklace.
Okay.
That's your house.
They took my house.
They took your house.
Did they take my chicken?
They took all your chicken.
I need to have him a chicken.
I know. So here's.
If I have a chicken, maybe the leg will come back.
I don't think so, baby. But
We could try.
we can try, but I don't think so.
This we'll try.
Okay. Do you remember where they let you out of the necklace?
It was dark, and then they took me onto a bridge, and then they took me to a different room and they beat me up.
No, I'm so sorry.
And then they took me to a room across another bridge. And then they brought me here.
Do you think you can try and lead us to that room?
It's a try.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's do it.
Yep. It's a try. We have to follow the buzz.
The what?
The buzzy noise. The noise that was... It's the noise that make a blue elf when he tried to take our people's skeleton.
Okay,
Yeah, you know.
why don't you just show Mama?
I will try.
Okay.
And he begins to kind of slowly limp forward and is moving his way down the hall.
All right, you guys, Issa's gonna try and bring us back to where they let him out of the necklace.
Okay.
As you all begin kind of working your way that direction, you turn and see that Hara remains somewhat transfixed over Livis's broken form.
Message. Hey, Hara, we're gonna move on. Do you want to smash him more?
He can't stay stone.
What do you mean?
Hey, Is, can you come back over here?
Wow, it's
Or just release the petrification?
You can try, bud.
And you see his eyes flare briefly, and in this gross squelch, the sound of 100 lasagna-filled water balloons just and cascade out in the surrounding area as the lower portion of his form slops to the ground in a thud.
Did really good, bud.
Thank
Are you
you.
gonna have me eat him? What are you gonna do with the?
When I was a little girl, Livis used to hurt me. Like not what he would do here really, just stupid stuff. One thing he liked to do was put a caltrop in my boot. And no matter how many times I hid them, no matter how many times I checked or precautions that I took, still somehow either he magicked it in there or hid it. I like hid it from my vision or something. But he always managed to do that. Such an asshole. I want to reach down in my boot and pull the caltrop from my foot. I'm gonna flick it at him. Go fuck yourself. If he wants to eat him, he can. And I will walk away from it. And I want to hold your hand. Thank you for helping.
Yeah, that was badass. Good job, I'm proud of you.
After putting on my shoe.
You,
All right.
You killed your brother real good.
One brother down.
Yeah. Anyways.
Whole family to go.
I'm gonna kick one of the lasagna balloons.
They're not actual lasagna balloons.
I know.
Oh, that description is so gross.
I'd go for some lasagna right now.
I mean, like, yeah, that too.
I haven't had
Anyway, so as is sort of limping and pushing himself forward, it seems as if his movement speed is drastically reduced. As you'd probably expect, half the limbs on his right side don't seem to either be there or working properly. But he is pushing forward at a speed of somewhere between 5 to 10 and is kind of just trying to carry on. And he eventually brings you sort of in the direction of the room you had recently alarmed, the room with a red glow, and is kind of sniffing the air. And eventually begins to kind of push forward, working towards the door that you see.
Are we stealthing now?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Pass without trace is on.
Yeah, let's stealth.
Skadi, do you want me to see if I can help him move faster, or should we move slow?
Could we transform him into something that has more limbs or isn't wounded?
I can't.
Can you? Because that's what worked with.
But maybe his senses the way they are, he should be able to see and smell the way he is now to try and find my stuff.
Could you turn him into a full-legged firelisk?
No, that's not a beast.
Oh, he's not a beast.
I mean, what
It's
has
worth a
good
shot.
smelling?
What?
What has good smelling?
Well, he said it was a sound.
But he's also, I mean, you're using all your senses, right, bud? Yeah.
Comprehend languages, helmets last for how long?
10 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was an hour.
That's the spell.
I thought that's what it did, was it cast that spell.
No,
At least that's what my card says.
I thought the card was 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think the card's 10 minutes.
Well, actually what this says is,
your
while wearing
mom-
this helm, you can use this action to cast the comprehend language spell from it at will.
Oh, well, we'll say, yeah, it is still active, sure.
Your mom, so I can see if I can make him move faster.
What do you mean?
With haste?
I mean,
I don't want him to maybe hurt himself more.
Can we make him a prosthetic?
I think that would take longer than maybe his walking speed.
it's fucking hot in here, and it's hard for me to move in just a small amount of shit that I have on, so.
I like it. Alright, like, your color change is red, but
We'll talk later.
Yeah, fire mama.
Alright, so stealth checks then?
hey! Like 40 something. 18,
Disappears in a bright ass room.
33.
Doesn't matter. Natural 1.
35 for me.
43.
I mean, both Is and I beat Walker.
Yes! Yes! She's just standing right next to him.
Alright, so what did Is roll?
It's got a 21.
What'd you get?
Shit.
I got a 15.
And Sproigi?
35. Learn from Hara.
Yeah.
Did you roll a disadvantage for Is?
No, I did not.
This is at disadvantage right now.
It's 21.
Okay. Alright, so you all begin to kind of carry on and move through this room, and Is eventually sniffs out the doorway. Go ahead and make a perception check, or no, make a survival check for me for Is.
And I'll have dropped Negrin.
Okay, noted.
What is is there like deity statues and stuff?
There appears to be several different altars. Many of them seem to have their statuesque figurine or whatever the altar is dedicated to broken or shattered or in some kind of disarray. But there are still several others in various tiers of various sizes scattered on like these built-in inlaid shelves. And it's probably one of the very few, I wouldn't want to call it ornate, but sort of aesthetically structured rooms. There are a number of altars of varying sizes, some that protrude into the room by a couple feet, some that are just tight and hug the wall, but it's almost as if there is a collection, a large sort of horseshoe of altars wrapping the perimeter of this room.
Do any of the figurines
familiar?
Well, do they look like they were broken due to heat and time, or does it look like they've been smashed?
Make an investigation, an intelligence check here. I'll give you a stone cunning check.
Does this place look familiar or
No,
anything to
this
me?
is still the section you would not have been able to enter.
6 for me. It's just all rubble.
I mean, the circumstances, the lighting, the situation, it's very difficult to piece the details together, even though you're only looking for fundamental basics. But this is
Well, I would like to be
investigation, or-
continuously. It's not going to matter, but I would like to be continuously casting guidance on him while he's trying to, because it's only verbal and somatic. So
Okay.
it's not going to matter. The answer is no. He doesn't know, but
Okay. Well, what did he roll?
he got a 8.
Okay. And you see him push forward through the doorway a little bit onto what is probably a stone bridge that is maybe about 4 or so feet wide. Is his form still taking up the majority of it? Need you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage for me.
Does it look like the other bridge where there's like kind of lava closer to the...
This one, from what you're able to gather, just peering into the room from behind whatever is below this bridge is much further down.
So probably what I expected out of the last one.
At disadvantage?
Correct. Natural 1.
Oh no.
So begins kind of pushing forward. This way. And you see his gait pick up a little bit when a large chunk of the bridge gives way. And you see Is's body shift to push himself, but the missing leg where it would have planted continues to go, and he rolls completely straight through and begins to turtle roll off the edge of the bridge.
Wings fly,
I'll give
try to
you
grab him.
an opportunity to react. Anybody who wants to.
I'm still in the room looking at the rubble.
Okay.
Wings flying, going after him to pick him, try to go underneath and push him up.
Dude, he's like 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, he's heavy. What are you trying to do exactly?
I'm trying to grab him like by the tail to like. I understand he is heavy but
Okay.
She's
so,
pulling, I'm pushing.
Well, you'd be there to try and catch the fall. There's no way you're going to fly, get around underneath him in time for him to just have fallen. So you can go for the mad chase if you want to, or you can try something else. But
I want
it's
to try
not gonna
and
be
keep him
both.
on the bridge.
I understand that. How do you intend to do that?
So if that means I only have time to run up and grab him, then that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so I'll have both of you make athletics checks.
I guess if either of them would have yelled like "is" or anything
15.
like that, probably would have reacted to that, but
22.
Okay.
21.
So as you both see what's about to happen, Issa's now phantom limb pushes through this hole in the bridge. He begins to tumble and roll. Instinctively, Skadi reaches out and almost like claw digging into his other leg before he completely rolls forward. The spines of the side of his armor edged out onto the bridge, secured before he can completely roll and flip over. Hara just directly behind Skadi, grabbing the base of both of his claws, and both of you pulling him, stabilizing him upright. Oops,
Baby,
it's this way.
you need to be careful.
shit, he's just going.
Am I able to walk alongside him?
There's not a lot of room on this bridge, no.
He's 4 C's thick.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to keep as close as possible and keeping an eye out for weak of the bridge and traps.
Okay, you can make an investigation check at disadvantage.
18.
Okay. Noted.
Is there any plaques on any of these?
There doesn't appear to be any writing. There's a number of maybe ingredients or herbal components or vials. There's kind of a collection smattered smorgasbord of like offerings or inclusions. Some old, empty, and dried out, some smashed and destroyed, but there's a very sort of smattered collection.
Does any of them look like the shit that was set out in the Shadowfell in what's his face's?
Make a history check.
Let's go Browntown.
You want?
This feels like a thing to spend a luck on. We'll go Fire Guy. Hey, what is this one?
Hey.
I'm gonna
History.
Go straight hair on you. Butthole 20.
So you're looking through and trying to check and scatter out sort of what's here of value and trying to compare what's in front of broken ones and what's not in front of the broken ones, and you're kind of looking around and just none of it makes sense. None of it is
I don't do the shit.
And then you look down at one altar and there's a bunch more ingredients and you're kind of just thinking to yourself, like, what am I going to do with this? Why is this here? And almost that moment sort of triggers this deja vu reaction of you doing the same motion, saying the same thing when you were in Barendel's room in the Shadowfell, and bend down and begin to look a little bit closer and pull it out. The stuff that you had brought and shown Skadi, the wolfsbane ingredients, the same cup, the small vial of liquid, seemingly in similar positions. You can't be sure, but it'd be a very odd coincidence otherwise.
Is that one set up in front of a thing that's smashed or not smashed?
Statue appears to be intact.
What does it look like?
It is large, smooth, probably several feet tall. It is the image of a bull with a humanoid body. The hand down at the side, open palmed facing out with what appears to be sort of a radiant carved. And this is all made of like some kind of stony material, so it's not really able to give the definitive effect, but it appears to have this arcane halo carved with spires around it. And in the other hand, you see a whip that appears to have similar ornamental carving that gives the flame and fire effect to the whip that he's carrying. With the bull standing relatively straight up, looking forward, and horns that go up and out to the side. Made of an all-black onyx-like material.
Am I with them or him?
You were still with him unless you otherwise specified.
Can I cast Detect Evil and Good in there? So,
Okay.
Yeah, I would tell Walker that this is what I found in Barendel's
So essentially just checking the objects. See if any of them are magically desecrated or...
It seems as if none of this area is paid any particular heed in terms of arcane enchantment, but you do sort of get this resonant frequency of interference that even all around you, there are certainly maybe some essence of magic that was placed in here, arcane components, and it's kind of a sort of a bouncy echo chamber of signatures, but nothing that appears to be active, really.
Like the Daredevil vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Barendel was doing, but he had his shit laid out exactly like this.
Should we touch anything? Take anything?
I don't know. Does the statue look like it? Does it look like it could be removed?
I mean, you could try.
Do you want to help me see if we can lift this thing?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. We're both going to attempt to lift it at the same time.
Okay. Both of you, please make wisdom saving throws.
Well, that's better.
Not a fucking problem. 21. Fuck you, statue.
20.
20.
Oh.
Okay, so both of you immediately see a rush and flurry of visions push through your head. Scattered images of people screaming and things burning.
Locked eyes.
And this sort of torturous scream emanating from the back of your mind. Ultimately, Sproigins, you're able to snap away and blink back into the moment as this sort of fire engulfs and consumes a collection of your family and loved ones in this picturesque cascade that rips away from your face before you steal your nerve again. Walker, you see the burning hand reaching out to touch your face directly on the forehead before it erupts into a column of flame, and your vision similarly returns.
The fuck was that? The fuck was your guy doing?
What? My guy.
Yeah, Barendel, your guy.
My guy. Did something happen for you?
Yeah, I saw a bunch of stupid shit. I'm gonna push the statue over.
Okay. So a quick shove. And with this huge heavy thud, it seems to crash down onto the ground. Remains largely intact, it would seem, but is now tipped.
Did we hear that?
I mean, I would say it's a 3-foot-tall onyx statue. You probably would have heard some commotion.
Do you think it's still? Or do
I don't
you
know.
think that was like a
I don't know what you
one-time
saw,
thing?
but I saw my family get set on fire and burned up.
They're fine.
I know. But why would Barrendale give a shit about this thing that is probably just causing tons of destruction?
Well, do we want it or do we not want it?
What are you guys doing in here?
We both tried to pick up this statue and then it gave us horrific visions.
So you knocked it over?
Yeah, because it's a piece of shit. This is also the same exact stuff that Barrendale had in his room.
The statue?
No, he didn't have the statue, but he had all these components laid out in the same exact way.
Okay, give me just 1 second. I want to quick run to the door and see if anybody heard that and is coming.
Make a perception check.
Well, because fuck it, I will identify the statue.
Okay.
33.
Whoa.
It got hot in
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. That was purely coincidental, but good timing.
That's what the statue did to my brain.
All right, so as you sit there, dial in and focus on it, your purple arcane arc begins to surround the creature, or the
Oh shit.
statue. The statue, and
the
it turns
creature.
into a creature. And as it does, and your eyes kind of flash with that purple light, you see a plume of flame chase the arcane energy back up, like fire up a gasoline stream, and it bursts over your hand, and before you're able to quickly put it out, you take 6 points of fire damage.
Whoa.
But
I take 3 points of fire damage.
Sure you do.
Yeah.
You take 3 points of fire damage, and you get the definitive impression that this is both under some kind of transmogrification magic, but do not really know any properties about it.
33.
Okay. You do hear sort of the ambient torture screams from the chambers that you've already passed, as well as some foot traffic. You don't necessarily know if there's some kind of large army headed your way, or if feet running away are going to get anybody, or this is the normal in and out from some of the rooms you've already passed and from demons you've already killed, or what might be taking place there. There's activity nearby.
Do you want to put this in your bag? I can't. I tried to identify and it set my arm on fire. There's something going on with this, but I would definitely like to learn more, because if Barrendale's gone, we know that he's gone, but we don't know what this means and what that could mean to the Gloryfell if other people are worshiping whatever.
I want to
the fuck
quick
this
take
is.
out my sketchbook and sketch the array.
Okay.
Does the bull thing look like Udik?
I mean, in the sense that its head is kind of bullish, but it's almost more naturally bull-looking rather than the slenderized, sort of more twisted form that Udik Ball took on.
And he doesn't look familiar to me at all.
The whole statue.
Shit, I pushed the thing over and it didn't even break. There's no fucking way I'm breaking the head off.
I don't really want this in my bag. I don't want anything to do with this thing. It seems like bad juju.
This whole fucking area is bad juju. You came out of it and you're great, so
One out of everybody. Like,
maybe this is the one good statue. I can't
Hey,
do shit with
give
it, but
other people hope.
okay, that's fair.
There could be more.
All right, if you want it, I want to try to like scooch my bag under it and.
I'll mage hand to see if I can help.
All right, this thing doesn't appear to give to Mage Hand at
That's
all.
way too fucking heavy for mage hand.
Am I able to? If you had left it standing up, I could just go over it.
I would say if it's hard for you to do, then fuck it. There's just some, it doesn't make me, I would like to learn more about it.
Do you want me to try to cut off the head with Glory's Edge?
No. Yeah. Yeah, do some king shit.
Well, I was just thinking because it's in Glory's Edge.
Okay, make a strength check.
At disadvantage because of the heat.
Whoa!
13.
13.
2 16s.
You almost see a purple spark kick out right from where your white radiant energy is injected into the meeting point. And you pull your blade away with the vibration still kind of stinging through your hands.
This is the most...
Does anyone have Dispel Magic?
I do. This is the most D&D trash of all time. This is just literally a fucking statue that means nothing. But I would like to dispel magic on the fucking statue that I pushed over on the ground when there's more important things to be doing up over the bridge. Please.
Okay, roll a d20.
Nice.
14 on the die.
Okay. Then you surround the statue. Seems as if whatever magic you cast may have taken hold.
It might have worked.
Can I try to, like, put the bag around its head and close it?
I mean, you could do that if you want to. You'd have to pick it up, though.
But you're trying to see if the bag cuts the head off?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I don't think that's how that works, but... I guess...
All right, do you think you could remember this and then draw it later?
I mean, like, I'll do a quick sketch of it.
Okay.
I mean, how long would it take you to do a quick sketch of it? I mean, it looks really good.
A quick minute or so, sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, fuck the statue then. That's my bad. It just feels
Can
weird
I take
that...
one of the broken stones somewhere else and try to smash it on its neck?
Sure, make a strength check.
It just feels like too much of a coincidence that there's
16.
this...
So you... And as you drop this large stone, you actually hear this sort of like rumble. The nearby torch kind of...
Shit, we're about to fight this thing.
And it seems as if it...
I know.
Seems as if it
That's probably a good
dissipates,
thing.
dips away.
To be honest.
The light settles back down again. You look down, the statue seems largely unaffected. The stone broken and fractured in a couple points.
My stone or the statue?
The stone.
Okay.
Your Dispel Magic did not work.
I mean, you try to break metal with rock.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna pull out the cage and I'm gonna drop it and say, Nicholas.
Well, you'd have to sort of get it underneath the statue to do that.
No, I just want it to open and be heavy.
And crush his head.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, so then you drop it. It seems as if the weight of the cage is, what, 500 pounds?
900 pounds.
900 pounds.
I mean, like...
So it does seem as if this is the most thunderous clatter.
That arose such a manner.
We should have cast silence first.
And
Nope, we're
I rolled a
just
1 on my
in the
sneak.
hells doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
And you do hear the cage lands flat pat on the waist portion of this statue. And as you almost see a flexible form of resilient stone, you can almost see it give way, but seems to be holding form.
Okay, I don't...
We should take it. We should take it.
Do
Nicholas.
not let
I'm
my
gonna lift up his
stupidity...
head, and then you do Nicholas, and then we'll put the if I lift up the statue's
Yeah.
head and you put this cage underneath it,
Yeah.
and then do the Nicholas thing, then it'll and then push him up.
You guys now begin to hear this kind of growing
We should go.
gurgle
take this
coming around the
statue.
corner. In this sort of humanoid head form with like this melted body
Ugh.
that appears to be almost sliding.
Ish.
Portions of its lower form kind of just dragging behind along.
It looked like kind of one of the things from the Shadowfell? Because it kind of sounds like some
Oh, I was
Shadowfell.
thinking
Kind of.
like a Grimer.
I don't know what it's called.
That's what I was
Pokemon?
saying too.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll go with that.
Yeah,
sure.
like a fleshy grimer?
Yep, and it appears to have like pinkish bruised purple skin everywhere and these kind of hairy moles that are sort of extended out on various parts.
Oh, fuck!
And you immediately see it try to turn its form, and it's very slow and awkward.
And it
It
already
appears
sees
to
us.
be turning and heading back from whence it came.
I'm gonna go after it and cut it.
Okay, roll an attack.
I'm sorry, guys. That was a whole room full of unique, fun, stupid trash.
24.
Okay, so from the back, Hara runs up. Go ahead and roll a sneak attack.
It's like the Fight Club bag of lard. It rips on
So
the fence.
Sorry. Have they taken a turn in combat?
I'd say we're outside of initiative, so technically no, they're not trying to engage in combat.
Would I then still get advantage because it says advantage attack against those that haven't taken turn in combat?
Well, you already hit, so
Well, I'm just in case I get a 20.
please roll your damage.
Okay. So the first is 7 for the actual sword.
Uh-huh.
$17 sneak.
Okay.
Most
So-
of those ones are sneaks.
Hera jumps up from behind then and immediately hear this like deep sort of grody gurgle that turns into this really high-pitched kind of wail like the aliens from Galaxy Quest kind of. You get this sort of deep sort of roar that it lets out as you see the dagger plunge deep into its back, and it seems to kind of slop forward until you hear this sort of sploosh of it spreading out like a Ziploc bag of soup, kind of just being,
Spaghetti balloon.
yeah, just
Lasagna.
flattened out,
Oh,
and you
lasagna.
see its form kind of shift in this gelatinous jello mold type of thing until it seems to settle and stop moving.
Ugh. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
But you do immediately hear from that
Can I,
what it appears to be kind of you hear mumbling and whispering from the distant hallway.
I want to try to, like, if I touch it, is it like goo or can I like actually grab hold?
Yeah, it's like saran wrapped gack. You can like
That's where I was going. Like,
I'm gonna grab it and try to pull it into the room.
what room?
Back where we were
Okay.
with the statues and
Hara,
stuff.
what? Why? Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Because I don't want them to
Well,
know.
as you're going and you grab it, the sheet of skin tears and peels off.
Nope.
Sort
As
of,
soon as nope. Mm-mm. I'm leaving.
and all of a sudden the fat that's held within kind of just rumbles out, letting this gross smell seep out into the room.
That definitely sounds like Fight Club bag of fat on the fence.
I'm so glad I'm not there.
All right, let's get out of here.
This is dumb.
This whole thing was done. I apologize.
So, what are you guys doing?
We're
I'm
heading
waiting
out.
for them across the bridge with this.
Catching back up with Is, which probably shouldn't be
should've
that
just
hard.
Yeah, we accomplished a great deal right there.
We got backtrack adventures.
But
right
that
now.
was cool information, though.
It is. All right, so
Meta knowledge.
you all push forward. Moving across the bridge, it seems as if,
It's crumbly. Watch out.
for the most part, it was not trapped, just not purposefully kept up or anything particularly fancy. Deep down below, maybe 100-foot drop leads to magma spurs and boiling lava that is falling and peeling over itself in small bubbling waves. The heat over the bridge is rather intense. Not something you would have been warned about, as it seems both of your party members were not aware of such conditions. But as you go across, the heat emanating off of this lava pit below stings. I'm going to have both of you guys make a Constitution saving throw.
We're fine.
Sproigins, do you ever like
We're
look
fine.
over tall spots and just like imagine yourself falling?
No. That sounds. Are you doing that? That sounds so stupid.
No, I'm good now, but you can do that.
I rolled a 4, so I'm gonna do that.
22.
22.
I'm definitely gonna do
Were
that.
you affected by the first heat
Yep.
effect? So you'll lose 5 more feet on
Oof.
your speed. And at this point in time, your concentration checks are at disadvantage. So that's your second one, correct?
Even though he's
Correct.
resistant to fire?
I was.
That is true. I will give you advantage on the roll.
Nope.
Same.
It's a 4. Thank you for the advantage, because that was a 1.
Excellent. So yes, you are now down to 20 foot speed. Disadvantage on your concentration checks and your attacks, if I am not mistaken.
Yes.
All right. Then you find yourself on the other side of the bridge, moving forward, ultimately surpassing that, and you find yourselves in a smaller, dark room where you begin to hear a subtle humming buzz.
Check for traps.
Hey, that's the.
And that is where we'll take our first break. And we'll come back to investigate something other than a statue in a moment's time.
Hey, you fill the
That
world,
statue
man.
was just like a door.
Yeah, Deej, you fill the world.
What's the floor made of? Can I try and pry stone up? I just like
Can I taste it?
Yeah. What about the ceiling? What can I use to build to touch it? It's on you, man, okay? Give me a place with no ceiling and it won't happen. Well, yeah, that's...
But hey, shout out to me for remembering about the thing.
I like it. I do
that
like
happened.
it. They know I like to see very subtle stuff occasionally.
We do.
For those of you catching up on YouTube without the stress of watching in real time, keep an eye out for those things because I got some gems in there.
All over the place.
Tons
In
of
any
shit
event.
that we missed that you're probably like,
I think that's probably what it is.
Obvious Easter egg right here.
clearly,
Like, how did
dumbasses.
you not know that he led the Indian Army in 1961 and clearly is going to be a traitor to his people?
61.
What a bunch of ding dongs.
Anyway, so with that being the
That
case,
DM's too nice. Would have just killed them all.
there is probably going to be worst D&D stream ever.
I would have made him just get sucked right into the spaghetti guy.
Constitution saving throw DC 50. You die.
You know? Yep. Right. Body locks up right in the lava.
Anyways, we will be right back. Very short break, 10 minutes or so, and we will get with you picking up on the follow-up to the Whirring Buzz, Skadi's items, and if everything goes according to plan, perhaps the groups escape.
Absolutely. The
Unless you
groups
use
escape.
those XP rewards and you give me a bunch of boons for my enemies. But we'll be right back.
There's no enemies, Deej.
The fleshy monster.
Not in the hell.
He
There's
ran
no
away.
enemies in the hell.
He ran away.
Welcome back to Pulling Action.
Where we cross bridges
Nailed
And
that.
try to grab
in
statues.
an hour and a half.
Yeah, we have covered a lot of ground, so if you're just with us,
Sure.
I won't even try to catch you up.
Barely.
Whole way
any.
in a bridge.
Just
Yeah.
the summary version. Is and Skadi were released from their confinement, and the group navigated through
That's about
sort of an altar room.
Yes, almost fell off a bridge.
It's true, that also happened. And then
Hara killed a
seemingly discovered
spaghetti
by
sandwich
a
bag.
floppy, flaily monster, otherwise known as a lemur.
Oh.
The
Gross.
quick dispatchment of this creature was rather swift. However, he let out a cry that seemed to alert some nearby creatures that may be hot on the group's heels. We are picking back up in a moment. Before we do, want to give a huge shout out to Jamie Whammy Games.
Whoa, slamma jamma!
We do love us
Bam
some
Bam.
Jamie.
Jamie's the best. She's great. She streams. Go check her out if you have some time because
Yeah.
she's cool.
Follow her. She
Um,
plays like some fun ass games.
Yes.
Also, she's not a. She's
She'll be
gaming.
streaming well into after we're done, so sit tight for now. Also, more than just a mommy in the butte, thank you guys so much for following. We appreciate all of that support.
Thanks.
Hey. Thanks.
So,
Dinks.
you now
Thanks.
find yourself on the opposite end of a bridge, heading towards a dark room, and for the first time, a sort of ominous hum fills the otherwise still air. The roiling and bubbling of the lava below the bridge you have just passed, and is still casually limping his way forward, trying to guide you to the next beacon where he believes maybe he recalls Skadi's things having been left and kept. Please tell me, group, what happens next?
Check 4 traps.
Is there a door to open, or is it just like an open doorway?
It's all open and cavernous.
Okay. I will hang back.
Can
Pause
you,
1 second,
like, destroy
and I
the
will
bridge?
check
Yeah, but
4 traps.
Okay.
Make an investigation check.
I want to hang back because if flying things come through, destroying a bridge isn't going to be that helpful.
I mean,
and then
that's true.
22.
22. Area does not
essentially
appear to be
my
trapped.
plan.
No traps.
It appears to be open for traversal.
I'm going to hang back not too far because I'm a little exhausted. But I want to make sure nobody is following us.
Okay. Make a perception check as well.
Heyo! 21.
Okay, noted.
Hey, bud. I cast it.
Yeah?
A little quieter.
Yeah?
Does this look familiar?
I mean, yeah, there was a room and it was dark. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like this one.
Okay. So let's keep going. Harry said it's safe, but go carefully. We don't want to alert anyone where we are.
Okay, so go ahead and make an intelligence check for Is.
Ooh, 6.
Okay, now
He's
make
got guidance, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he does have guidance.
now make a survival check for advantage after that. At advantage,
Okay,
excuse
it's an
me.
8 for his.
It's pretty good for him.
He's a smart boy.
It's a smart boy.
Mm-hmm.
This is just not rolling tonight.
He's missing a leg.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. And he's broken.
And he's been beaten.
7. Wait, survival?
Yes.
5.
Okay.
Advantage for honesty.
Yep.
She had advantage.
Triple advantage.
All right, so Is continues pushing forward, kind of checking the surrounding area before bringing you to what appears to be a series of rooms. This way. Continues pushing forward, and you're following Is very slowly and patiently for what it feels like several minutes as this expanse has now opened up into a labyrinthian sort of cavernous section of rooms, some closed, some open. And Is is just kind of casually plodding along the whole time, occasionally stopping to sniff the air. This way.
Skadi, it's great that he knows exactly where he's going.
I know.
Very competent.
This one. And he stops at a large, sort of sealed off black door that has a horn protruding from it, almost as if to suggest it is a handle. And across the front of it, there appears to be a smattering of symbols.
Are they written in demonic?
They're not.
Abyssal.
No.
No, because I can read demonic. I just can't speak it.
Yep.
Can Can I use the helmet to read it?
You're welcome to try.
I am going to try to read the door.
Okay. It roughly equates to what would probably be described as barracks.
Oh.
This says it's the barracks.
Oh, this is not.
The language appears to be written in primordial. And as you are all standing there at the door, you hear sort of and the door in front of you begins to open, and you see these large red fingers curl around.
Can I hold it? Is it push out?
Yeah.
I'm gonna quick try it. That's just what I would do instinctually. Like, nope.
Make an initiative check.
Shit.
If I
What is the
see...
what else is around us?
You have 4. Each wall has a doorway in. The one you're in front of is closed. The one behind you is closed. And then there's the open entryway you came in and the open entryway continuing on the straight path.
What does the one behind us look like?
The one behind you appears to be sort of this black glass, like almost as if you just poured sort of thick, opaque liquid that dripped down around the form of what would be a door.
I'd like to get in this initiative check if possible.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll initiative then as well.
29.
29.
What?
Sword
Damn,
dancer.
you just Tony Hawk's that
He's a
shit.
blade dancer.
Is there any writing on that door?
No. Purely this dripped sort of black glass type door.
Okay, while they're doing that, I would like to try to open and peek
There's
in.
no handle. There's
Oh,
nothing of any.
does it look like just a push open?
If you want to go for that, sure.
I mean, I would like to try to see if I can push a little bit to look in.
Okay. We'll have you make a strength check. So as you both immediately jump, put your hands to close the door. As you hear the footsteps, you hear this. And then immediately, as both of you are standing there.
Oh, I wasn't trying to stop the door.
Oh, what were you trying to
I'm
do?
preparing a spell.
Oh, what are you preparing?
Blindness.
Okay. So
Nice.
you feel sort of a shove push against the door. Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Are you still Negrin?
No.
Okay.
Plus, it only lasts 10 minutes, and I purposely dropped it because I didn't want to cross the bridge as Negrin.
Deal.
Good idea.
14.
14. So you feel the door kick out a little bit, but your strength is able to force it closed. But it doesn't appear as if the door is stuck. It appears as if it is being pushed against, and you now feel this sort of thundering growl kind of coming from the other end.
Run away.
I don't do shit with that other door with a 4. It's
Yeah.
not. It's just a fucking wall.
It does not appear to give very much.
Buddy, that was not the right door. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Hara said it's the wrong door. Let's go this way, okay?
Guys.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the right. Okay, where do we go?
Ace and I are gonna walk.
Make another strength check.
14.
Another heave, and the door flings open almost a full foot before you are able to kind of slam it back. Not
Does
really rolling about it very well.
Is it open enough for any of us to see in there?
No, because she's still forcing it closed, and
It just
It
hasn't
wasn't enough for
opened
him to
wide
cast
enough.
blindness on whatever that is.
unless you want to be right there in the door crease.
No, I'm like, I'm waiting for this window.
Sure, makes sense. All right, what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna head towards where Skadi and Iz are traveling. Walker, throw the cage. No, you're gonna lose the cage.
As soon as they are out of sight, that's when I will book it to follow. I'm just looking.
Okay,
Natural one.
Oh.
So as you feel the vibration of the door, like there's a force pushing against it, and you're kind of trying to hold it shut, you hear Walker start to tiptoe away, and the pushing stops. And you immediately hear,
Oh shit, he's gonna run. He's gonna run and blast the door open.
I'm gonna count to 1, 2, and then when I hear that, I'm gonna open it as soon as I feel like.
you don't hear any returning footsteps.
I'm gonna quick run.
Where are we going?
Go.
They're moving, I'm just following them.
And I want to pull out my sword, and anytime I see anything that's not one of us, I'm gonna stab it.
Did I use a slot for preparing it or not?
Preparing it does activate
Okay.
the spell, yep. Alright, so you're all now moving through. Where do you want to go?
It's Bud. Does any of this look familiar?
Well, I mean, it all looks pretty familiar.
Go into the closest open room.
Okay, we're gonna go in the first open room, okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
let's go.
Alright.
Well, we know it's not the barracks.
Oh, good. Percentile dice, I'm pretty sure just got rolled.
So, you all sort of look around. You see 3 doors. You are now in a relatively enclosed space beyond the room that you just passed through. A somewhat confined tunnel led you to an opening, and you see what appears to be a rich mahogany door dyed with some kind of cherry stain. It almost has this deep red look to it. Prime wood soaked in blood almost to a certain extent. Beyond that, there is a wooden door that appears to be almost like the exterior of a shack. Broken and tattered on one of the corners. You could almost pull yourself up to see through it. The wood largely deteriorated and destroyed, it seems. And then the door directly to your left appears to be this black volcanic type glass again.
That it looked like the other one was?
Yep.
Do any of them have handles?
The cherry door and the tattered, destroyed door both have handles. They seem very similar to normal doors you would find back on the material plane.
The nice door.
Okay, this door looks like another door that I couldn't push open. It has no door knob.
Okay, the nice one with a handle.
Okay.
The middle one.
So you open
I don't give a fuck.
up the door,
If I see anything, I'm stabbing it.
and within there is this
It's gonna be fucking Skadi's dad.
alien-esque type pods in this large room that seems to open into infinity above you. There are these large rock pillars that seem to climb and twist every 50 or so feet, and this just destroyed rubble-esque stone floor covered in entrails and dripping blood and what appears to be about a inch or so puddle of some kind of viscousy liquid. And there are these small orange type orb sacs connected by these fleshy tendrils to these spires, and spanned across up above the floor is this huge cocoon-like hive that you see in front of you.
Guys, we're in the Matrix.
This is the wrong room.
Does the
Wrong room.
does the gross like pods look like they're big enough to hold a huge orcs?
You can get closer and investigate if you'd like.
I don't want to go in this room. I don't want to go in this room. I don't want to go in this room.
Then let's set it on fire or something.
This is obviously the wrong room.
What is there anything? Is there like a table or anything else in here?
Nope. These
Okay.
pyres reaching out of the stone ground sort of almost seem like they are naturally grown, and these fleshy tendrils every which way connecting these translucent orangey yellow pods that are holding these things. You can see a very faint sense of movement within the pods. There appears to be something within them. There's a gestation of some kind you're observing, but it's difficult to see from this distance. It's still very dimly lit. You don't really have a lot of access to lights short of the doorway that you just came through.
Sproigins, do you know what this is?
Yeah, I think these are the orcs that they're making.
I want a
We'll go into a different room, okay? Whatever. I'm gonna quick shut the door and go into the next one.
Okay. So as you shut that door, quickly go over to the next one. You open it and you see this tiny little humanoid form. Has like almost elven ears, but they're out and flopped, kind of to the side, like they've collapsed under the weight of their own length, and just covered in this like sackcloth type of robe, probably.
I was thinking Snoopy.
Only 4 or so feet tall, where it has like a purplish pinkish hue to the skin. Please don't.
I rush in and I cover his mouth like, shh, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I'll be Everyone's gonna start.
Settle down. We are not.
We won't hurt you as long as you stay quiet, okay?
Wait, well, I mean, this door wasn't locked, right?
Yeah.
Does he look like a demon?
He looks tiny enough that
In the same way that Hara might.
He looks tiny enough that he might not have.
He doesn't have any horns. He's almost completely hairless, very pale, purplish, pinkish skin.
Detect
Divine
evil and good.
Does register as an aberration.
Okay.
Does not give an evil register to you. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Is there a chair in here?
No.
26.
It is. The room itself is about a 3 by 3 foot cube.
Oh, so it doesn't fit.
No.
Okay.
Fuck.
Where can we hide? We got a giant lizard. We need to hide.
Just uncover his mouth. Just don't. Please don't yell.
Yeah.
You're gonna kill me.
No, we're not gonna kill you.
Do you like it here or do you want to run away?
They'll catch me. I can't
no,
run.
nobody will.
I can't run. They'll catch me.
Why?
They'll catch me.
Okay.
We just killed Livus.
Does he got
I don't think they'll catch you.
Does he got any tattoos? Markings or anything like that?
He does. He has similar abyssal symbols on his neck. They don't match the ones you see on Skadi or the ones you saw on Letus, though.
Do they look magical?
Not particularly.
What does it spell?
It's a different set of initials. RKO. Does not seem to
Just wanted to make sure that it was actually...
ring any immediate bells to you, but this would be a standard sort of signature, it would seem.
What's all the pods in the next room?
That's where they come from. The new ones, the old ones, all of them come out of there. All of them come out.
Do you know how you could break them? Don't worry. Calm. It's okay.
What's in the next room? Do you know the other room with the door?
The glass door?
This is my room. I don't know what.
Okay.
What do you do?
Yeah, why do you give you your own room?
This is where they keep me.
Why is it not locked?
What do you do?
It's
What
not
are
locked.
I was gonna say,
No.
he doesn't look strong enough to open the door anyway.
What do they make you do?
Yeah, why are you not in a cell?
It's okay.
It's what they do to me. Don't.
Have you ever left this room? Or is there like some sort of spell with, whatever. I'm taking him with.
Are you gonna put him in the bag?
We're gonna save you from this place and that person will never be here again.
You got just a child.
I mean, he's like 4 feet tall.
I don't care. I'm taking him.
Wow.
I'm not leaving somebody here.
The door. Go to the door.
The black one?
Yeah.
I'm going to the door.
Does he seem
Yeah.
like
Super.
Insight check.
Oh, I thought you Tony Hawked it.
No.
22.
18.
He seems more terrified than trying to do anything. So
I just assume everybody's trying to manipulate.
I haven't got you too many of those yet.
No, you got me enough with Livus.
And seems to whisper a few things, and the door goes from this opaque black glass to a transparent glass sheen before you
We're gonna
see
do it.
little slivers of glass begin to break and fall off, hitting the ground with the absolute absence of noise before the entire thing, like a pile of diamonds, kind of run on the ground in front of you.
Is it diamonds?
You can try and grab them if you
I'm
want.
gonna scoop them. I'm gonna
They're
scoop
not-
some.
They're not diamond shaped by any means.
I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna scoop.
Sure, you have a
Scoop
handful of door fragments.
All right. Shit.
What's in the room?
It's another dark room. However, this one appears to have these trundled sort of tarps that are tethered and attached to the wall that appear almost as if they're like makeshift hammocks. They appear to have very odd edges and things jutting from the fabric and pulling on it that you can kind of see, but they're sort of enclosed in on themselves to a certain extent. You can't really make out what might be in them specifically, as much as there's some kind of smattering of objects and boxes and things.
Divine sense.
Does not register any undead fiends other than your new ally here.
We're gonna have to send him to Terry when we get out of here.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't trust him.
Is, does this
I'm
look
fine
like
with that.
the
Let's
room?
go.
Is? Look at you like, I don't, you know what I mean?
She's carrying a person.
Yeah, I know. Is this the room?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Everybody go
fine.
inside.
What did he say?
Yeah, he thinks this is okay. Bud,
Yeah, definitely.
Alright.
This is smart. So, you know, pretty sure this is it, yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Is I need you to listen to Mom.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Listen,
yeah.
if we don't find Mom's stuff,
Mm-hmm.
We're stuck here.
we're stuck. We need to find
Oh, that's not good. I would like to go.
right. I'm sure you want all the chicken.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So we need to find Mom's stuff. This is really important, Bud.
Yeah, let it. He can understand it. As soon as we get out of here, mansion, all the chicken you want. I just can't do the mansion and I can't do the big house until we get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Other one.
Oh damn.
That's
Yeah.
Mama's strong boy.
That's right. He's pretty weak though.
He is.
Yeah, this definitely it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mama's
So we'll
stuff's
just
not-
search
just-
through all the
Let's just
crap.
go into this room for now because something is coming, and I want to be as hidden as possible
We
right now.
can't. The door
It's gone.
disappeared.
I want to go inside.
I know.
Get me out of this hallway.
Okay, let's go in.
Please.
Everybody go inside,
All right.
and then we'll go in. Can you put the door back?
I don't know how to do that part.
That's okay.
When he whispered whatever it was it like abyssal?
Yeah,
or...
it was the equivalent to their open sesame. It seemed to be a command word for essentially having the door open.
Would I know the reverse of that word?
Make an intelligence check.
Would I also
Make an intelligence check.
being fluent in Abyssal? Nope, I don't know shit.
17.
Fuck that language.
Okay, roll percentiles.
I don't
Motherfucker.
remember.
And how long would you like to spend on this?
I would like to spend that long. However long I was just thinking about that.
All right, roll percentiles.
Because that's about how long I would be like. 49.
49. So you throw out a few words you think would probably maybe be the reverse of opening the door, and it seems as if the door remains unchanged.
You little dude.
All right, I will
Say the
cast
reverse of this.
hallucinatory terrain to try to put the door back to.
Okay, sure. Yeah, get on board with that.
works.
All right, so Sproigins immediately conjures up an image of this world door that he had previously spent a reasonably close inspection on, just the room previous.
He's got some in his pocket.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you now find yourself in this seemingly enclosed room. Okay.
What's your name?
What? 40.
40?
40.
Okay,
He sounds cute.
it's the new Dubaru.
I know.
I'm not cute. I'm a prisoner.
Right.
Oh.
So was I, and I'm gonna show him my neck.
Well, we're all getting out of here today. We have to find her stuff.
Yeah, I'm not
We
even.
try and run, they're gonna catch
Well, we're not gonna run in that way. We're gonna disappear from this.
I want to start looking through the.
Yeah, is there like stuff to? Because that's my.
Group investigation.
Yeah!
That's my first care.
Let's go 20! Nope.
Are you still?
Natural 20! Yeah! Yes, I am still trying to get...
All right, I still need everybody's rolls though because
15.
15?
18.
18, 15, 18. What'd you get, Sproigins?
10.
Okay.
I got so excited thinking about a 20 that I forgot to possibly inspire myself.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So, you're all kind of rifling through things, and there appears to now be a collection of swords, daggers,
Oh, I grabbed a sword.
scythes, a number of rudimentary weapons and implements in one that you're able to kind of identify immediately. As Sproigins' eye is drawn towards the glint because some of them are piercing through their hammock. Oh, weapons. And Sproigins is kind of just looking through.
There's a whole shitload of swords in this one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hara and Skadi fanning out across the other side of the room, you find that there are a number of these sort of rudimentary hammocks that include small boxes and glass implements and a number of other moving parts, sort of like a junk drawer to a certain extent. And you run across one that appears to have what looks like just a hoard of random jewelry and like gems and a number of shiny objects.
Mm-hmm. Just a fucking Acme store on University. This bitch.
And sort of recognizing the goal is not to collect or amass things, Walker looks at the movement, the layout of the room, gets a read for the feng shui, and begins his search further towards the back, kind of just casually looking at things. And your eye is drawn towards a hammock sort of in the back, and you open it, and there's a number of sort of stretched out bar metal implements, as well as a few odd rocks, it looks like. And that's where you reach in, pull out the leather bag that still kind of emanates a little bit of a cold breeze around it, and throw out the bag of colding that you've located, lift up some of these other things that are sort of suppressed underneath a board, and there in fact is another small bag. Pull that out. Star of Renewal. This appears to be Skadi's items.
So we're going through library folders.
Yeah. So you feel that you've collected her things. Not based on anything more than just your keen eye and intuition in the moment. You put it down, mission accomplished, feeling good about it. Go all the way to the opposite end, lift up, don't see anything there, turn around, think, they put it here. Would have left, gone. So they would have been used to going this way. And immediately went through the psychological steps of someone in this room. Begin walking towards the door, stop, look at the hammock lowest on the ground to your right, rip it open and begin rifling through, throwing what looked to be like broken artifact cigar type boxes out of the way, and
Walker,
small like little runic symbols.
Ain't shit in there. I just looked at that one.
And as you're shuffling, you hear kind of a you reach in kind of underneath at this awkward angle, pulling back the sheath as much as you can, knowing this thing rocks and sways, and there you pull out Skadi's necklace as well.
Buddy, we found it!
Is it
Thank
broken?
you so much, Walker.
Mm-hmm. Still appears to have a significant fracture that definitely has not gotten
Walker,
better.
good boy.
Bud, Walker found it.
From a chicken! Oh yeah!
I'm just gonna fall to her and see what comes out, or if anything comes out.
So,
Weren't there live chickens in there?
Yep.
as you open this, there is a spray of like crimson viscous liquid, a number of rotten molded chickens, and what appears to be a human leg falls out of it.
The fuck is that?
That was not me. I don't know. Can I eat it? Or...
Maybe we hold off on the necklace for the moment.
Well, what I'm
Does that
excited
spit
about is
everything out?
well, I just spit everything out, but
I didn't put it in.
I believe
I
you,
believe
bud.
you.
I would have eaten it.
No,
I know. I'm still attuned to it. Is what's important there.
nothing else can. Yeah, so unless you allowed it to go in, it couldn't go in, correct?
Yeah, but I didn't put a human leg in there.
Does
But
the
they got
leg
is
look
out of the necklace.
familiar?
It's
Well,
a leg.
Here's all your stuff so you can not be naked anymore. Well,
Well, I mean, I had a cloak.
semi-naked. Does this mean we can leave now?
There ain't shit else in here except some stupid swords.
I would like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Is it all of my stuff? What have we found specifically? Just my.
You found your bag of holding.
Yep.
Bag of holding.
Yep.
Your necklace.
Yep.
And that's what you have.
So we don't have my staff or my armor.
Well, you don't necessarily know if they are in there.
Okay, I'm gonna reach into the bag of holding and the bag of holding
Okay?
and see if my staff or armor are in either of those.
Okay. You do pull out your staff from your bag of holding.
But no armor.
You don't see your armor in there.
Shit, we gotta find your armor.
Is this room lighting up at all with other magical items?
It is.
Can I go towards a large cache of it?
Well, it's not a cache per se,
Do magic potions give off
Why would they store it in
magic?
separately?
if they're created magically, yeah.
I'd like to look to see if there's any potions specifically. And anything that I randomly come across, I'd probably pocket. But
Sure.
I want to find healing potions.
So there are a number of sort of registered pings in your general location, but you're not able to specifically hone in on them.
Okay. I just can tell that they're there, not like actual areas.
If they're present within 30 feet, yeah.
You don't see it glow or anything like that?
You use your action to see a faint aura around the object in the area that bears magic. However, these are all still kind of sealed in these.
I'd probably go
Do you
around.
Do you want me to do silence and you can cut it open and let the shit fall out? You looking for anything specific?
I'm just trying to see if there's any healing around.
So at this point, you all also hear, though, because the doorway is illusory, it's not a real doorway. You hear what appears to be a large explosion come from the room that you just passed through, and the crumbling of rubble.
Oh shit!
They're gonna find us.
I want to cast.
Come further into the room so you're not by the door.
Now that I have my staff, I want to cast Locate Object on my armor.
Okay. You do register it as a ping, and it is pulling you out towards the door where you found Bordy.
Let's go get it quick.
Oh, bet someone's wearing it.
You hear, and this 7-foot-tall demon walks into the room.
Our room?
No, the room that you had just come in from, looks at the door. Opens up the large cherry door. And you see him disappear into the cherry door, and then 2 more demons step into the room that you just entered in through. You see them open up the door that you found Bordy in. You see the muscles on their backs flex and gyrate as their wings kind of... And you see them rip the door off the hinges, throw it into the corner of the room directly next to you. It shatters into 1,000 pieces. And you hear them both now talking in Abyssal. They're still here. Get everyone. Now.
What are they?
They appear to be large Mago demons. They are brutish, powerful, dark black-skinned, sort of like a purplish black, huge leathery wings. They are sort of the quintessence of a very small version of Rectus, but with only 2 arms.
Are they medium-sized creatures?
They would be large creatures.
Well, Stay in here and be
You
quiet.
immediately kind of hear Bordy getting a little.
Can you? How long does it take for you to use this?
10 minutes.
I'm gonna kill them.
They're gonna find us.
I'm going after them. We can't have everybody coming and searching.
No, we can't.
No, that's.
They're gonna kill you.
Okay. Do you want to go in the corner and use the star?
That takes 10 minutes.
I know.
I can get us out. We just have to get around them.
You can get us out.
I know. I tried once. I know a way. I know a way.
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
I believe him.
You do feel like he is telling you the truth.
He's very trustworthy. I think we should do that.
I think he trusts us now. Okay, how do we do it? What do you want us to do?
We have to go back to my room. If we go back to my room, I can take us there.
Take us where?
But can the giant lizard fit in whatever you're talking about?
I don't know. I've never been a giant lizard. I don't know.
He doesn't fit in your room. Okay.
He just has to get through the door.
You guys just protect the door for 10 minutes, okay? Bud?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They got a little.
Yeah.
Sorry. Protect Mama, okay? I want you to stay right by me, and anyone who tries to attack me, freeze them, okay?
I don't know if I can do it again.
You can. I have faith in you.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit in a corner.
I'll try.
I'm just gonna grab the star.
Are we attacking them?
Are we attacking them?
They appear to, at this point, after having thrown the door, get everyone. You see one of the demons begin to move back towards the room where you first came through the barracks location, and the other demon opened the cherry door. They're coming. And he steps through and closes the door behind him.
Shit. Okay, so no demons around. Okay, no demons
we
around.
should
What
go.
do you need in your room? We can go to his room right now.
No, that's the way out.
To your room? Yeah, we can go to his room right now. There's no demons out there.
Should we go? Can we go?
What is your way out? Is it a door? Is it magic?
Yes. Can we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Maybe he can get us out.
She can't get us out for 10 minutes. He's got a way to go right now.
You don't do the magics out there. They won't let you.
Only in your room?
I know where you can. They let them use little tiny magics so they can hurt us. But you can't use big magics in here.
You might not even be able to use the star.
All right, let's
Okay,
go.
fucking
Let's
go. Go, go,
Come
go,
on.
go, go.
Okay.
And he begins foot slapping through the illusory door, pushing it. Falls forward.
Silence. Can anybody do that?
Yeah, but I'm not. If I
Let's just go.
If I do
Okay.
silence, nobody casts a spell.
Come on. This way, this way, this way. And he runs towards his room, now missing a door, and the sort of black perimeter emptiness of this tiny confined room, you see him move directly through the wall.
Oh, shit. I can do that. Okay, I will wait for everybody to get through.
I'm gonna make sure Is can get in before.
Okay? Is kind of takes a little bit more time, not able to hit quite the running start, and tips his body just a little bit.
Oh, Tyrone Wheatley's there.
Yeah. And then eventually steps through, stops at the wall, looks back at you.
Try and walk through, Bud.
Head begins to merge through the stone, and
As soon as his head goes through, I want to walk through.
okay. So you open it up, and there you see this large platform, this stone edge type cliff that appears to, as you step out, disappear into a vast chasm below you on this 4-foot outcropping, segueing down, declining, as well as inclining and seemingly disappearing and wrapping around beyond view. There's this walkway, and as you look down below, sort of beyond the vast nothingness that you see approximately to your right off this edge, there is a large sort of collected area that has a soft glow, and it seems as if the humming grows slightly louder.
Is my locate object still up?
Yeah.
Towards the humming, does that seem to be at all the direction of my stuff?
Seems to.
Alright, as long as everybody's through, then I'll step through.
Is there enough room for Is out here?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean it's 4 feet or so.
Okay. You guys can take my armor.
Well, let's go get it. Which way are we going? We gotta go up or we gotta go down?
I think we should go down. It's down this way.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Do you know what that humming is?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, what's the humming?
Sound like a portal.
Sort of.
Oh god.
Okay, sorry guys. I'm gonna cast Spider Climb on Is.
Oh shit, nice.
That's it, just on Is.
Okay.
Fucking tight.
And you see Bordy kind of skipping down the ramp. Stops every now and then to look back, knowing full well some of you are a little beleaguered. Is not super fast, and he kind of stops, gets real low, and waits for you to catch up a little bit,
I'll be trailing behind.
and then runs up to gain more of a gap.
I'll be staying near Sproigins.
So he brings you down to a point where the cliff face curves around, pulling away from the cliff wall into almost this floating rock pathway that sort of winds and dips over this large red glowing sort of stone area below. Now that you're closer, you sort of recognize that there are humanoid forms a couple 100 feet below.
I'll do a message to Walker. What is it about him that you don't trust? He's about the only friendly.
We'll find out.
What? Set.
I want to, so I'm gonna stop where he has a stop Is. And I want to look down, and how much further down is it?
A couple 100 feet.
I'm still gonna try, I mean, it doesn't cost me anything, and see, just spend a ton of, I wanna look and see if I see my armor on any of the humanoid figures.
Make a perception check.
Nope, friendship dice. Perception?
Yep.
I'm just, 25.
25. As you begin to dial in and look close, the forms are sort of this amalgamation of parts until you're able to kind of steal your eyes. And now with the heat no longer affecting your vision and seemingly nothing below rather than the disturbance of the air vibration from the heat that the lava had given off previously, there is demons of all shapes and sizes. And what you sort of thought was a large sort of obelisk or altar in front of, or in the middle section of this kind of outcropping, you now see shift and move, and this kind of circular form widens out to be wings. And this creature, probably three times the size of Rectus, kind of stands up. Oh shit. There's a number of creatures that appear to be moving rapidly down below. A commotion takes place as you watch them all now seemingly shift into ranks. And this large platform below, probably spanning approximately 1,000 feet across, you see this large purple disc up at the head where all of these creatures are facing.
Those are excellent.
And you see the disc split like an arcane membrane as Rectus steps through, identifiable in his form. Behind him, much smaller, barely able to pick out. But because of your attuned vision and specifically looking for what you're after in this one specific instance, a demon form that appears to be extremely broad, a sturdy, wide humanoid form, bulging in all of these sort of power-centric muscles, shoulders, arms, upper legs, stands out on the blurry backdrop, and the orange glow creates a silhouette that you can recognize causes power. And in that silhouette, you also see sort of the thorny outreach bramble that you would recognize from your armor. It seems as if several more step out, including another demonic form that takes a seat next to Rectus. The wings crush and fold before draping themselves over the sides of the chair that this feminine form sits in. I told you. Anything. Don't say anything.
Message to him. Is that our exit? Is that...
What's in my hand?
Shut your mouth. It's me. And I'll do...
Well, you're right here. Why don't you just talk to me?
You told us to be quiet.
That's what they do. Talk in your head.
Stop it. Listen to me. Is that what you're leading us out of? Is that portal?
You fucking stupid.
I'm gonna throw you into the lava if you don't tell me where we're going.
Make an intimidation check.
27.
I mean, you don't have to. And if you kill me, then how do you get out? Like,
We have a way to get out. Just settle down, please, and
what
just...
are you following me for? I don't have a way out. This is my way out. Do you have some kind of horse that's just gonna gallop you out of here? He knows about horses.
We have magic to get us out.
You can't use magic here. This is where the engine is.
Why did you bring us here?
We have to go across. Once we go across, they don't have the same magical suppression.
Okay, this is all through message.
Oh. I thought you guys were talking else.
Yeah. Okay, then just settle down
Settle
and
down. See, you're just trying to throw me off a bridge.
settle down, and I won't have to do that. It's so small and cute. I'm sorry.
I hate you.
I hate you too, but let's do it. You won't hate me when you get out of this place.
Come on. Let's go. And he turns and continues to walk. And at this point in time, you now hear all of the demons let out this thunderous roar. Rectus stands up from the chair directly in front of the portal. And the orange membrane you saw directly behind him ignites. Turns into this column of fire that begins swirling and reaching up. The engine is ready. All of you. A moment has come. And you hear just more demons reacting and screaming, clawing at one another. This commotion, but these organized ranks still take place. The king lives. And we are to wipe the rest of the main sport off the face of the Acacia. And you now see 40. Get going. And this is something only you two understand. He's speaking Abyssal to the rest of these ranks. Now, the king and their favorite champion push towards our goal. Right now, they seek the last pillar. are fun. And the pillar of fire opens up, and you hear the crack of a portal open before it coalesces into this oblong disc shape. And immediately you see him step aside, and all of these demons sprinting forward as he kind of gently and casually walks out of the way, and this massive army seems to push through this disc of fire.
Bordy, what's the engine?
It's the thing. It's what they use. It's what they use to go places. It's how they go. It's how they got to me. It's how they got to you, probably.
We have to destroy it. How do we destroy it?
I don't know.
We gotta go.
It's a thing. Look how tall it is.
We can't use magic down there.
That's what Bordy says.
I know.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah, but
Just like a small puff?
Seems to work.
I think it's just a limit of a super strong spells.
Right.
So you could use message. I can use prestidigitation.
Can
Right.
you send a message?
But we can't prestidigitate that thing gone.
Can you send a message to lead us through the portal?
No, message only works for
Don't know how
what
to
I
try
can
to
see.
stage Tashin. We should go.
So what exactly does it look like? The engine.
It is this sort of hooked, organic, almost creature-like looking mouth that has these sort of teethy kind of tendrils you can kind of see at the base of it. It appears as if the column of fire originally sort of emanated from it, but you're far too far away to make up really much detail.
What can't make out any details of the woman, right?
You can tell the form is feminine, but you're still a little over a couple 100 feet away. So this
Human, elf, nothing.
Would
I mean, it's got
recognize her?
wings.
Oh, wings, okay.
Do I recognize her?
You can make a perception check.
With is it my mom vantage?
Yeah. It's 31.
It's her.
Is the one wearing the armor Obex?
No, much smaller than Obex.
Does he look familiar?
Not enough opportunity to make out detail from this distance.
Okay. Tiger Eye.
I don't. Walker hasn't.
I probably give it back.
You guys gave it back to me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you used it going in.
My time.
I'm gonna Tiger Eye it so it's up in the ceiling at an angle where I can see closer to the weird engine thing and the dude with her armor.
Okay.
Well, the tiger's eye is invisible, right?
Yes.
Yep. Let me quick double check something here.
But not to true set. Probably.
Probably. But I don't
Or-
think you can see it, but
Well, let's see if it works.
yeah.
So, you cast the tiger's eye directly above the sort of angled vantage point where you can look over these figures and kind of get an idea of what this engine is. And now as you're a little bit closer, with your keen eyes already dialed in towards the detail you're looking for, it seems as if the base of this, whatever is sort of pushing out and emanating this fire, this pillar of fire, kind of arcane pillar, there's small hooked teeth on this fleshy edge. It looks like a circular gum, almost.
So does it look like an actual creature?
Maybe. And you see the teeth kind of wiggle and move at the corner of the mouth, as well as these eyes all over the base of it, kind of looking around. And the male figure on the left that has moved out of the way alongside with Rectus, kind of standing there resolute, almost sort of monk-like in his pose, but just completely ripped. Now you can very much see, wearing Skadi's armor. You zoom in to see a crown of horns that appear to have grown out of his head. This is Galfon. This is the arcane sorcerer that enslaved the Rakshasa in Tartawaria. And as you're kind of...
Oh shit, that was the guy that... Didn't he step out of the portal?
Yep. with Rectus before.
Yeah.
And as you kind of are getting a closer look,
Let go of it.
you now see him look skyward. And you all see him put his hand on Rectus's form, lean in.
Fuck. He saw me.
Shit.
And Rectus kind of just waves his hand like this.
Like, he don't care.
And you immediately see Galfon's form begin to float.
Oh, fuck. We gotta go now.
She fucked up.
Fuck you, let's
did some stupid shit.
shut up, let's go.
Right. And you see Orty just begins sprinting full speed across. At this point, you,
I'm
more
at
than
tw- I'm
Walker,
at 20.
but Walker and Is are all just kind of
Can you guys transform into anything?
I'm at 30.
Yeah, babe.
I can't run.
You don't need to run. Just go as fast as you can.
Shit, with spider climb,
Yeah, he's got spider climb, so even if he...
Doesn't change his speed.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
No, but if it gets
Yeah.
Yeah.
wobbly terrain at
Can you
all.
go on the necklace?
Do you want to go on the necklace?
What is happening?
Do you want to go on the necklace?
Is the chicken in there?
No. We'll get chicken as soon as we leave, okay?
Just like ready to be done with the day for sure.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Is jumps inside the necklace, and you're continuing to push and cover ground when you see this humanoid form sort of gently float up on top of the bridge and land facing all of you. As you're all continuing to run. Wisdom saving throws.
Is this an area effect or is it targeting me?
It targets you.
Yes! Let's do a thing.
This isn't a charm.
This is not a charm.
Is he Faye? Just as long as we're asking weird questions.
Faye, fiend.
Yeah.
15.
15.
Can I wait to hear everyone else's score?
Sure.
All right.
10.
13.
I choose to save.
What is? Oh, this is inside the
This
necklace.
is in the necklace.
So you're all just running full speed, and you see Bordy in front of you stop. And that's when all of you feel your muscles completely lock up. And Walker, as you're continuing to run, your party slows in the blink of an eye before they find themselves frozen. All of you in your heads. Don't go. I have so much to share with you. My great god and patron Rectus has blessed me with the opportunity to kill you myself, and I assure you this will be the noblest of deaths. Give everybody another chance to save as he is casually gliding towards you.
Is that a message?
Yes, you're all hearing this in your head.
Can I reply?
You're welcome to try.
Can I mentally inspire myself?
I'm gonna say no.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Wait, so do I get an action or?
Yeah, you'll get this. This is their action save, so you can do whatever you'd like to do.
Okay.
18 on it. Over here.
Mine is 21.
14. I literally rolled a 2 and a 3.
Okay, we bet not fight, because your boy is at the same spot I was when we fought Rectus.
So you feel your muscles loosen.
What do you mean we're at the same spot? Like, you
He
of all
doesn't
the
have
stuff you've
spells.
used?
I mean, I have a 6, 7, and 8. My health is fine, but
So
I
you
see.
feel your muscles loosen as well. What would you like to do with your action?
I would like to tell him that he is going to end up just like every other one of Vestro's disciples. And I would path to the grave him.
And I would try to respond when he was in my mind, like, you're wearing my lady's armor.
Okay.
Milady.
Milady?
Milady.
Did you just fedora her?
We just fedoraed
You just hit her with the
him.
fedora?
Excuse me, bro. You're a milady's armor.
Matuna.
So you feel your muscles
Matuna.
lax, and he now, you almost see his toes sort of catching on stones as he kicks forward and drifts off the ground towards you, still floating, sort of hands out in this redeemer-like position, sort of fixated.
And what's the little guy's name?
40.
40.
I'll sanctuary him.
Okay.
All sanctuary Sproigins.
Okay. Absolute arrogance is to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
He's so wise. Very well. Are you ready?
I'd like to try to chop off an arm.
Well,
Your own arm?
He's still like casually floating towards you.
Yeah. Are you ready? That's my response.
Okay. Let's roll some initiative.
Natural 1! Just y'all or us frozen as well?
Yeah, you guys. I mean, you're gonna continue to try and save, presumably. Here, so-
Yeah, we are. Hey, what's up?
At disadvantage or no?
No.
Okay. Just trying, play honest here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
No, I never roll good initiative.
27.
27.
Arm
What did you
cutting
roll?
off it.
A natural 1.
Natural 1.
At least you got that out of the way for initiative.
That's the thing.
Poop dice.
Skadi.
8. I think we need to just have a
Sproigins.
collective
15.
dice scale in the center.
Whoa! That's high for Sproigins.
Mm-hmm. Some bridge combat. I don't want to do bridge combat.
Honor's goddess is on the necklace.
The whole time I imagine this large cavern and it's like this wall and we're just kind of like slinking up along the wall that like, if anybody was to look up, like, this is just people. Like,
It's just
it's
people.
just people. Like, very easy to see. And now to know it's bridge, it's like, okay, maybe you wouldn't really see so many people.
All right. Let me get a
Against a guy that
fresh
bridges don't mean
sheet
shit.
here.
I mean, like, me and Walker are okay for 10 minutes.
Try and give you guys some sort of visual representation to a certain
Okay, 'cause-
extent. So I
Super
don't-
wasn't planning
Oh,
for
I don't have-
We have like bridge shit in here, but it's not ready to go.
We have bridge ship.
Sorta, kinda.
Like, I mean, you could do like a bridgy,
A bridgy thing?
like a bridgy thing.
A Bridget
Bridget.
thing.
Oh, Bridget Jones.
Mm.
All right, so we'll
Dire.
just do it this way. All right, Sproigins and Skadi.
Hey, while you guys are
Pushing
at home
forward?
waiting for us to just fucking destroy this guy, why don't you give us a follow? Smash the like button, rat-a-tat-tat on the share, and
Whoa, rat-a-tat, huh?
yeah, licky boom boom down on some
Subscribing?
on subscribes.
Do that.
Yeah.
All right, so
Wait, the informer is here?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
where?
Duh.
Nope.
Hanging with the snowman.
Hang on, let me grab the
MC
right
Shan.
doodlebop guy here.
Are we finna fight a doodlebop?
Oh, there's a doodlebop.
Bop skiddly bop.
And he's gonna join the table.
Little Kurt
There we
Allen
go.
doodlebop.
All
I want my armor.
Actually, let's just get out of here.
All right, so you see
Let's leave us.
this
No, he's
individual. Definitely not Lucas.
Oh, he was
Floating.
behind us?
No,
Yeah, you're all
that's-
pushing this way, so he was floating up from where you had already passed. Hara, you can go ahead and lead us off.
He's blocking where we need to go, correct?
No,
Lead
he's
us-
coming from where
lead
you
us
came
off.
from.
Okay.
That, lead us.
And he has not yet taken a turn in combat, correct?
He has not.
Sweet. It's. Well, it was 29.
Okay, make a wisdom check.
What?
He also has sanctuary.
22.
22. Roll your attack.
I am assuming I do not get sneak.
He very much anticipates a fight.
Weird.
He sort of offered it.
Oh. 9.
9. Does not hit.
No.
9 damage.
Damage.
Her first roll was
She already-
29 to hit.
Oh, that does hit, yes.
And then she.
And then I
got
rolled
her-
for a wisdom. And then that was
Oh,
22.
yeah. Okay,
and
I'm
then you
sorry,
said
I'm
your
sorry, I'm
damage, which is 9.
9 points of damage. Got
And
it.
then I would like to use my bonus action
Okay.
to hit him again.
So you're sprinting toward him.
Oh, hell yeah. I try to chop off his arm.
Okay.
It's going for that
So
arm
9
lock.
points of damage.
And to that first attack, he had vulnerability.
of Slicer.
And then that one's 30
30.
to hit for
Yeah.
my bonus attack.
That hits. Go ahead and make another wisdom check, though.
Ooh. 11.
11. So, as you go through the process of launching your first attack, you land clean as if you're able to dial in your focus. However, as your sword drags across the thorny armor, you see these spikes almost in a snapping flare tendril out in your close form, dealing 7 points of piercing damage to you.
I don't see this, right? I'm facing the wrong way.
Correct. That's just enough to throw you off, and as you go to launch your second attack, you're about to cut directly right into his neck. And as you finish your attack, you find yourself off to the side. His form still standing there. My turn. You got movement left?
Yeah. I would stay right where I am.
Okay.
Did they get a chance to save on damage or anything like that, or
On their initiative turn.
Okay.
Or on their turn in the initiative, yeah.
I feel like I need to start.
All right. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence.
What's this dude's name?
Galfond.
Got farm.
Damn. That's totally correct. Wrote him down as Galandra.
Oh,
That is wrong.
That's definitely wrong.
yeah, we know what happened to that angel baby. Plot twist.
Unnatural 20.
Cletus.
So you see him sort of point at you with this.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. It is like 26.
Okay. So you see his finger kind of twist out into a corkscrew as this arcane energy starts to dribble in your direction. And it hits you in the chest, and you immediately feel this growth of cold spurt into your brain. And for a moment, the concept of words and language slip away, and the sense of yourself and identity all drift away. And you look at him, recognizing him as a person, but with no idea what's going on. And the blood pulses through your body. You blink hard and fast, and you find yourself returning to your senses, gaining control of your mind and functionality again, almost trying to grasp for words with your lips to make sure they're still there. Adorable. But ultimately, not what we were after. He is going to spend 2 sorcery points.
Fuck that guy. Oh, this kind of thing. Ha! Plot twist for us. Sorcerers suck to play as. Deej.
Yep. I totally forgot though. You still take 21 psychic damage as part of that save.
Is whatever he has on them concentration?
Mm-hmm.
Did he save from when I hit him?
That's what I was asking.
That's a fair point. Definitely. Definitely.
Mm.
Worth
How
a
much
shot.
damage did I take?
21. 20, wait. 21.
That was a fucking headache.
Alright.
I'm gonna get a migraine on the bridge. Jesus, imagine what. That'd have been a nasty.
Being feeble-minded?
Oof.
It was like an audible "let's go" without you saying "let's go."
I mean, not necessarily. But still though. So,
I feel like Hara just died.
I mean, I'm not just gonna automatically kill you.
No, but you like
Yeah,
can't
coming off the
form-
brakes.
You can't form sentences. Like,
I'm trying to think of a fair and fun way to do this. So you see him pull out what appears to be this clear, 5 or so inch tall, sort of crystal vial, angular faced type of container, if you will. And he pulls a tiny small jewel off the top of it, leans in close to you, and you sort of sense this arcane barrier and aura between you.
He's got a Terry potion.
No. Killing you is physical. Who should I take? And that is going to be his turn.
I was like, can I just smack that thing
I
right
thought
in
you were
his
about to
face?
say, and that is where we're going to end it this evening. And I was gonna cry.
Sproigins, you're up. Go ahead and make your wisdom saving throw.
24.
And you feel your muscles loosen, but that is at the end of your turn.
Neat. Okay.
So you are now saved. Skadi, you make a wisdom saving throw.
Let's not
And
get
I
like,
maintain concentration on his sanctuary.
my odds are in my favor, so this is like so ridiculous. No. 16.
Okay. And Walker.
Okay. I am bonus action ensnaring strike at 5th level, and I'm going to shoot him.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Roll an attack.
Shoot him with an arrow.
Regular shot. 19.
Hits. Go to roll damage.
He's got to make a strength saving throw.
It still does damage though, right?
Yeah.
What's your DC again?
16.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
I think you just get 1d6.
D6 is super heavy.
I think that's 9 points of piercing damage.
Wasn't that your cul-de-sac dice?
Yes.
Yes. Shout out Cul-de-sac Saga.
Greatest game
Great
ever.
game.
Second greatest game ever.
Great fucking game.
Greatest game no one's ever played.
I'm pretty sure that's Mega Man Soccer.
We should stream it sometime.
I mean,
Everybody played that.
I think that's my turn, so.
Yeah. So how much damage though?
That was just the 9 or whatever.
That was a
Nine.
bonus
Okay.
action, though. You said bonus action.
To
bonus
enact.
action.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. To cast.
Got it.
All right. So that brings us back around to Hera, and now you. Oh no! Hang on. Barty gets his.
Did
he save
Yeah.
his
Oh, right. I
9
forgot.
points of damage or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's good. Oh my god. Barty is having some issues.
Is it Barty or Borty?
Shit. What was it? I have it written in 2 places now.
Beatty.
Borty. I think it's Borty.
Where does Borty go on
Do
the...
Bordy?
He's last.
Okay.
Do Barudi? Rudy?
Brody, even Brody.
And he's still holding that vial?
Yeah.
But he is restrained.
I want to just shove that vial into his face.
Okay. So make an athletics
I
check.
don't know what it is. I don't like it, so I'm just going to try to shove it straight into his mouth. 'Cause
It
doesn't...
appears to be empty.
Yeah. Don't care. Shoving it into his face.
Glass in the throat,
Yeah.
not so good. Or in the
What
eyes.
is it?
An athletics check.
At advantage since he's restrained.
She's not really attempting a grapple, and
Okay.
he's only immobilized. He's not necessarily like bound.
Hey, I had to take a shot since I'm still frozen.
16.
16. So you see Walker's arrow rip through with this trailing vine, sink into Galfon's thigh, and immediately the vines surround his entire form and trap his legs to the bridge and wrap and coil around the form of this rock pathway. and then you immediately go to shove his hand, and with just a very subtle flick, he continues to stand there holding it, staring at you. Bonus action?
Oh! I don't think that's a bonus action. That sucks. Is Cure Wounds a bonus action?
It is not.
Healing word.
Healing word is.
Damn it. Ooh. Everything I have, I can't do. I can't bonus action try again.
No?
Can I take it from him?
Not with a bonus action. You've already used your action. What do you want your bonus
I
action
will
to be?
disengage and back up.
Okay. And where are you backing up to?
Just a few in between, so I'm closer to Skadi and Sproigins. Right there.
Sproigins is facing this way. Walker's probably shooting back at this point. Now, during that cycle, as Galfon was watching everything unfold and everybody attempt to make their saves and watching Walker's arrow sink into his leg and the vines sprout out, he didn't seem hurt or bothered by any of it. You recognize physical damage, but he was rather focused, it seemed like, for the majority of that rotation. At this point in time, I need you to tell me, who is it you would like to protect most?
Sproigins.
It's because I have all the pillars.
Yeah.
Is it his turn?
Yeah.
It is.
What is that for?
Because he takes damage at the beginning of his turns for my ensnaring strike.
Oh, nice.
He's going to take 19 points of whatever those vines do.
Whoa, pokey
I would
damage.
assume piercing.
Prod stoats.
I mean,
Bludgeoning.
might be slashing. I mean, a little sharp. Damn. That's the skin.
Probably poison damage.
What is it?
What?
What?
Ensnaring strike. Ensnaring strike.
I definitely don't.
Snar,
have that.
snar.
You hit him with that ensnaring snipe.
Piercing. 19 points of piercing.
Alright, 19 points of piercing damage.
Let's see if he saves on his concentration.
Yeah.
Oh. Natural 1.
Let's go!
Alright.
Good shit.
Sproigins.
Yes, sir. I have Sanctuary up. I love playing D&D with you guys every Friday night. You know, come on.
That's right, you do have Sanctuary up.
Yeah.
I do. You know what? Maybe someone throw some XP. Give a boy some boons or something. I don't know, is that even a thing that we're doing yet?
Yeah, that's the thing. They gotta click on the little puzzle piece and
I mean,
do the thing.
maybe
My
while
puzzle
he's
piece only
looking
shows
through all
the
his stuff that
becoming
can
NPC.
kill all of us instantly.
What?
My puzzle piece only shows become an NPC.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it hasn't updated yet.
You
But
know what?
we will still honor that for equivalent values.
You know
No,
what?
But
Next time.
It's just you.
Okay, so
it's just me. It's just me. It's there. Boon it up.
yeah,
Can we boon ourselves?
boon it.
Seriously.
Boon soon, because I think we're on a lag here.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, let's go.
Well,
Let's go. What the inside of my
He
pants
has
look
to
like.
make a wisdom saving throw as well.
He did
He saved it.
to target. Yeah,
Well,
Is
what did
this
he? Well, I
a
assume
spell
he just rolled
against me?
ridiculous.
it is. It
Okay.
targets you directly.
11. And I have no luck. And I.
You don't have anything that allows you to save?
It's
You've
not.
got pillars and shit. I don't know.
I know. That's what is giving me an additional +2 is a pillar. Also, can't inspire myself because it's not like a.
By Sproigins.
So you see him still holding this sort of crystalline,
He's gonna put me in there.
He's gonna take your soul.
crystalline type container, and you see him staring directly at Sproigins. Him then.
But wait, does it look like a spell?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna counterspell that bitch.
You can roll a d20.
Can I counterspell at 9th level using the pillar and not have to roll?
You would still have to roll.
Let me fucking roll then. Let's do it! 13 on the dice.
13.
This is my reaction. I can't also.
Yep. So, you feel your form leave your body and begin drifting beyond. You don't feel your legs move. You find yourself pushing forward. And here, as you look back across, you see this translucent, ghostly glow kind of emanating from Sproigins' face and torso. Eyes now completely glossed over with black. Just a mumble on his lips. And this form continues to inch its way forward until it stops, begins to vibrate. And from Sproigins' chest, this massive arc, this cone of arcane light shoots forward, propelling the essence of the arcane energy away. And immediately you see Sproigins returning back to his original state, kind of.
That's right, fuck you, idiot!
And then immediately
Well, can he do all that? He's restrained.
restrained does not mean he is immobilized, though.
So he can
Yeah,
still do...
attacks have advantage, creature has disadvantage on saving throws, speed becomes 0, but it doesn't prohibit him from like moving, talking, doing things.
Well, a new talking, okay.
Yeah. So he is currently immobilized, but otherwise does not seem to be affected. They're proving challenging. Bother. And now you hear Bordy, oh, shit! And immediately begins sprinting and running away. And you hear kind of the leathery flap from below heading your direction.
What can see through darkness? I don't think I
mean,
remember.
it's dark, but like you
No,
can
I
all
mean
see...
like.
Oh, you're wondering because you're going to
How
do
far
a
away is
magical
he
darkness.
around from us?
About 20 feet.
Hang on, let me
Just
see.
kind of standing there, locked into this bramble.
Sweet. Okay. Cast darkness on his nose.
Okay. You can target a object. You cannot target a person.
Then I'm really sorry about your armor. I cast it on his armor.
You cannot cast it on a worn object.
Well,
Where would you like to cast it?
at his feet.
Okay. So you cast it on the bridge.
Run. We'll kill him later and take it. And then push everybody. Go. 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 Go.
And everybody is no longer immobilized, correct?
Correct.
You failed
Yes,
that
everybody's
con
safe.
save.
Got it, yes. Oh, that's right.
Can you turn into something small?
Yeah, but why? Why would I?
Because you're slow.
I'm not that slow.
Look at your gate, bro.
Yeah. So,
Okay, then I'm gonna try to pick him up and run.
so immediately, are you actually trying to pick him up and carry him and run?
I mean, I can go in the necklace.
Baltor.
So you're all sort of jolting forward as you hear the thunderous land behind you. And as you do, this burst of wings pushes through all 4 arms directly behind him as the bubble of pure black dissipates into clouds that reveal the dim light beyond. Galfon, quick cast, and the vines fall away from around his form. Rectus is currently in hot pursuit. Bordy is up ahead of you all by about 50-ish type feet at this point. Running up this very slight incline of inch-thin rock that is continuing to wind up and forward.
I mean, Walker's the fastest. If we all fall into the necklace, he takes the necklace and books it.
Okay.
Rectus is now closer.
Let's do it.
Action, action, action to get in.
Holding. Are you taking it?
Yeah.
Action to grab, and you're just sprinting.
For glory.
Okay. Flying.
Yep.
All right.
And we'll not.
We're not gonna.
No, not gonna taste.
Okay. So, you immediately begin to jump up and take flight.
Guidance.
Okay. Rectus probably just...
No, resistance.
Resistance it is. Rectus probably just 100 feet behind you now, as you can sort of quick as you glance back, you see Galfon just kind of, before he jumps off the edge of the bridge and begins descending down for whatever his intent is. And Rectus now, full speed, appears to be flying and pushing towards you. You're very fast, 40 feet?
40 feet flying.
Correct. And as you're continuing to move forward, the wings completely unmoved, coasting, this golden, glittery, arcane energy dipping off the corners of your wings. You turn back again to see Rectus gaining ever so slightly over time as he is like this massive, muscular bullet pushing towards you. You are within only 10 or so seconds about to pass Bordy. Do you want to do anything with that?
Yeah, but he's pretty big, right?
Yeah, he's a
toddler,
but like he's 4 feet tall.
Is he a Dobby?
I was about to say he's a freaking house elf. Like.
So he would maybe look. I don't
Like
want to invite that comparison, but
No.
he is house elf like, but very uniquely distinct from the licensed character Guardian.
Fair enough.
Guidance.
Okay. So you're just trying to like zoop and scoop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Swooping.
But like, I'm gonna like start calling at him like when I'm coming up. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check. Actually, start with a charisma check.
That's not gonna go.
Would he have to roll again
For what?
now that the skill has changed?
I mean, he would have to roll twice.
Right. So this.
So what's your athletics?
He's gonna be charisma'd by a 5.
Okay.
And then what was it?
Athletics at a disadvantage.
Is it athletic strength?
Yes.
Okay, so that's already gonna be a -3. Not bad. I mean, comparatively. So that's gonna be a 9.
9.
Were you able to use that on your charisma?
I mean, it wouldn't matter.
I mean, like, it might matter a little.
So immediately you are coasting towards Bordy. You go to dip down. I'm gonna pick you up! And he doesn't quite hear you. The sound of his own footsteps completely drowning out and the sound of his heartbeat pulsating through his own ears. He doesn't pay attention. And the next thing he feels is this sort of awkward, almost grabby, kind of inside-outside, bad football tackle type lift. And immediately, and you're not able to quite swipe him. And he does this kind of spin, is able to maintain his balance, and oh no! Continues to run.
How far is Rectus behind? Like roughly?
At this point, I'm gonna say he's probably within like 60 feet.
Okay.
Are you going back, or are you going?
So I've kind of fumbled past him, essentially.
Yeah.
Quick glance, what's in front of me? Is it just more
It
up?
looks to be going up, and there is sort of a black sort of entryway that leads into you don't quite have the angle.
You guys also keep in mind that he said he will take us to an area where we can cast spells like that. You don't have that, so like we're fine. Everything's fine.
So, we're the good guys. So I'm gonna go back for him.
Nice.
That's what I would have said, but I'm in the necklace.
You know what? Kingship.
Okay. So
And I would super like to inspire myself.
oh yeah, because you have the crown. That's right.
I don't know if it works,
And
but
it's very polished.
and guidance.
Well, I mean, you
Everything.
still only get so many actions per turn here. But...
Whatever.
Okay.
However that works.
Well, you're still guidanced from the
whatever.
previous, we'll say. So sure.
When he gets closer, though, it's gonna switch to resistance.
All
We'll
right.
find out in a second.
So go ahead and make another athletics check. This time at advantage.
As he's doing that,
You're in the necklace.
I know I am. Because we can see out the necklace, right?
Yeah.
As we are coming up on boardy, never tried this. I'm gonna try and fall toward boardy in.
Okay.
Athletics.
Yep.
Pretty nice, dude.
I'm never the
Not
one in
really.
the necklace trying to do anything.
Oh, but I have the.
He is now a very willing participant, though, which helps.
Where's my crown?
He's not.
Look at a
being-
6-year-old. Up.
Yep.
Did my crown work?
Yeah. Yeah. You can inspire yourself.
Because we took the diamond out, so I don't know. So it's gonna be a 12.
A king is more than his diamonds.
It's gonna be a 12.
Especially
But
in
diamonds
here.
are good, though.
Yeah.
I want them.
I don't get guidance on top of that, correct?
Diamonds are a king's best friend.
These two separate
You
things.
would, yeah.
Because it's a.
Yeah, totally separate.
Okay, 13.
13.
All right.
All right.
Come on! Hey!
Just waiting for him to do a little hop.
And you immediately swoop down, trying to dive into his form.
Fuck, it's concentration. Okay.
And he.
Yeah.
So nervous. You actually.
Point!
You actually go in for what appears like it's going to be just this perfect lifting grab, and you're going to catch him in momentum, and he ducks underneath you out of this nervous, you're coming right at him kind of thing, and it seems almost as if out of some instinctual savior reflex, and he reaches up and grabs your ankle, and you feel this tug as he is now like a kite string just screaming behind you.
Perfect.
Rectus now
Yeah, be better if it wasn't Rectus chasing me.
directly hot on your tail, still gaining speed on you. He's now within 30 feet. You're probably 100 feet from the doorway, still continuing to coast directly upward.
And it's just wide open cavern, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I've been in this
Rectus
situation.
cast spells on us, correct?
Correct.
Yes. That's why I'm gone. Or that's why we're here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just gonna be dashing forward. Where are we going? What?
You want a piece?
The door!
I do, but if he knocks me down.
Go to the door!
Yeah.
Still hanging onto your ankle. You push forward, both of you flying at incredible speeds. You guys are seeing this massive
If
plane landing type ground
If
rushing
it's
past your
possible, I would want to, knowing that they can see out of the necklace, just give it a little. I mean, because
Okay.
I don't
I mean,
need my hands to fly,
vision.
right?
Your wings are somewhat jet-like, but you now see then as he peeks over, Rectus, very much like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park,
It's closer than he appears.
is right in the rear view mirror. He is within 10 feet of you. As you both push towards, you start to get the definitive impression. He'll probably catch you if he wants to before you can get to the door. I'll give you an opportunity to change your plan of attack.
Etherealness.
Okay? So, Walker's form immediately turns into this ghostly visage. And as you hear this, you turn around and see Rectus, almost like he did a suicide marathon finisher's dive to claw when he was within range. Boom, falls, landing, bracing himself on the stone walkway that begins to crumble and fall, and his legs kind of fall underneath him as a pendulum swings as the wings continue to keep him aloft. Watches you go in the doorway, and you look back. Very well. Heroes you are. And you see he's got a fist on 40.
Oh, because of the illness with it.
Heroes indeed.
My second son.
Worthless. And he throws him down, and you see the bottom half of Bordy's body fall into the empty chasm below. As you cross the plane, the room in front of you lights with this dim gray dancing blue light, and it appears as if it is almost a cobblestone area. Rectus flies forward, the door a third of his size, but he doesn't seem to be flying aggressively. There's nothing you can do anymore. You see like this blood still kind of running down the corner of his mouth. His face filling up a vast majority of the doorway. He said it would end this way. Incredible.
See you soon.
I will meet you at the World Tree, old friend.
Is that world?
And you see his form begin to slowly drift away. And that is where we will end this session.
Fucking heartless, Deej.
He ethereal.
I know. That was fucking sweet, though.
So ethereal, anyone with him?
That was fucking sweet.
Faltor inside the necklace doesn't work.
Does not appear to. Don't want to make it the most broken magic item ever.
I don't, well, you know.
So that is the second and possibly third cute NPC that the party has grown attached to in a very short period of time and then subsequently lost.
I mean, it wasn't that attached to him.
Yeah.
I certainly wasn't.
I was.
You were literally not at all attached to him. We're heroes, right? Ethereal.
You would do the same thing for us. Oh, no, I wouldn't.
Oh, man. So, it seems like for the better part of the session, the group narrowly avoided either discovery or probable death or some very serious consequences. You guys had some pretty good saves on. I am very much encouraged by your overall successes, and I am happy to see you all still alive and well. We want to give another thank you to Woodland Potter.
Shit!
For the
What's
follow.
up?
And Daddy Warbucks. I see you, Brock.
Oh.
I see you. Thank you so much for the host. We appreciate and love all the support we've been getting. Please make sure that you are coming back, hanging out with us every Friday, 7 p.m. He's
Central.
Dead. He's dead. Stop it. He's dead.
Central Time.
He got bit.
You know
and
what?
Thrown. He's dead.
You know
Thank
what?
you guys so
This
much
is
for the
okay.
support.
He is dead.
This is okay.
I got 40 killed.
We will be here. Hopefully we will see you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember to smash the like, to subscribe, to make sure you check out all of our social medias, and we will see you next
All the
week.
things.
And until we see you then, party on, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Fucking brutes.
Man, you guys have a thing for killing off cute NPCs.
Stop it.
like
I
that.
mean...